and the Los Angeles Angels. Good evening, everybody. Along with former Cub and All-Star Ron Coomer, it's Pat Hughes reporting. Zach Zaidman working alongside. We all thank you for joining us. Cubs begin a very challenging road trip. It's always a challenge when you come out west. 3 games here, 3 games in San Francisco, and next weekend, 3 games in Colorado. It all begins here in Anaheim. Starting pitchers tonight, Javier Assad on the mound. The right-hander for the Cubs will be opposed by the veteran left-hander Tyler Anderson of the Angels. Let's go ahead and get right to the starting lineups on this warm evening in Southern California. Lineups are sponsored by Verizon, the most reliable 5G in Chicago. Leading off for the Cubs tonight and playing second base is Nico Horner. Kyle Tucker in right field. Seiya Suzuki, the designated hitter. Batting fourth and playing first base, the veteran Justin Turner. Turner in the lineup, batting cleanup. Carson Kelly catching. Ian Happ batting sixth in left field. The center fielder is Pete Crow Armstrong. Dansby Swanson at shortstop. And batting ninth and playing third base, Matt Shaw. Those are the Cubs. Here are the Angels. Zach Neto leads off at shortstop. Nolan Schanuel at first base. Mike Trout, quite possibly a future Hall of Famer, the designated hitter. Trout batting third. Taylor Ward in left, batting fifth and playing third base, the former White Sox, Yoan Moncada. Joe Adele in right. Logan O'Hoppe is catching. Batting eighth and playing second base, Christian Moore. And Bryce Teodosio is batting ninth and playing in center field. Nice crowd, far from a sellout, but a good audience, somewhere in the 25 to 28,000 range. And it might be a case where you have some late arriving fans, but the weather is just about perfect. 83 degrees. It was sweltering into the low 90s earlier. It will cool off as the sun continues to set. The umpires have arrived. Adrian Johnson to call balls and strikes. Quinn Wolcott, the first base umpire. Brian Walsh at second and Paul Clemens at third. Game time temperature of 83. Sponsored by Four Seasons Heating, Air Conditioning, Plumbing, and Electric. Your trusted local experts, Four Seasons. We are ready to go. The Cubs are in Anaheim to take on the Angels. Back to get this game, this series, and this road trip underway right after this on The Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Cub fans, Craig Counsell here. Pat and Ron call every game on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Come see what's cooking in Des Moines, Iowa, where there's something for every taste. The crispy hash browns at Waveland Cafe, a sizzling bacon-glazed pork chop at Oak Park, the snap of a foot-long hot dog at an iCubs game, a 2-foot State Fair lobster roll that has cameras clicking and mouths watering. Hungry yet? Come to Des Moines and try everything. I guarantee you'll come back for seconds. Plan your foodie feast at CatchDesMoines.com, because in Des Moines, only the S's are silent.
Hot damn! Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea just got harder with Twisted Tea Extreme. The hard iced tea taste you know and love, but with an 8% kick of alcohol. Twisted Tea Extreme is made with real fruit tea, goes down smooth, and brings your daytime drinking to the next level. Just look for the bright yellow cans in the cooler and get ready to dial up the fun. Big flavor, extreme kick. Twisted Tea Extreme. Keep it twisted!
Twisted Tea Brewing Company, Cincinnati, Ohio. Please drink responsibly. Your cold is coming. Your cold is coming. When you feel a cold coming, shorten it with Zicam, the #1 cold shortening brand.
Oh, no, not before my big trip.
The big trip you've been planning is coming up, and so is your cold. But Zicam can shorten your cold and get you back to planning sooner.
Thanks, Revere.
We really should keep Zicam in the house.
Shorten your cold with Zicam.
Take it from America's most revered messenger. Shorten your cold at the first sign with cold shortening products from Zicam, the #1 cold shortening brand. Available in stores or see where to buy at Zicam.com.
FinishingChicago.com for the industry's best drywall finishing, wall covering, glass systems, signage, and painting contractors. Rely on FinishingChicago.com.
It's game time. Time to crack open a Yingling. After 196 years, the wait is over. Yingling is finally available here in Illinois. Look for it at your favorite power store. Yingling, the oldest brewery in America. And Pat, after a very good series against Milwaukee, winning 3 of 5, now you come out west, and Cubs have a chance to really kind of get back on track and, see what's going to happen with this wild card in this division race.
Cubs right now, Ron, are 7 games behind Milwaukee in the division. The Cubs are the wild card leader with a 5.5 game cushion at this moment. But a lot of baseball still to play. Cubs playing in game number 129, including this one tonight. 34 games still to be played. The lights have been turned on here at Angel Stadium. Sponsored by AARP. Choose how you age with AARP. Cubs in their traveling uniforms, the dark blue shirts with gray trousers, red numbers on their backs, blue hats and helmets and sleeves. The Angels in their home whites. The rest is pretty much red. Red hats, numbers, sleeves, and socks. Nico Horner steps in. And we are ready for baseball. And again, thank you for joining us. The first pitch of the game to Nico is in for a strike, and away we go. Leadoff man presented by Benny's Beverage Depot. If Nico Horner gets a base hit, Benny's Beverage Depot will donate $100 to the Greater Chicago Food Depository. If you can't find it at Benny's, it's probably not worth drinking. The 0-1. Nico swings away and fouls it away. And, Ron, I know you always watch the video of the opposing pitcher facing the Cubs on a particular day. What would be your plan against Tyler Anderson, the left-hander?
Well, you really got to dial back, what you're accustomed to seeing. Anderson is a extreme finesse guy.
Fouled away, still 0-2.
So his best fastball could be 89 miles an hour today. Might touch 90. But there's going to be a lot of pitches way below 90 than there are going to be at 90. So you really have to make sure you're ready. And when he makes a mistake in the zone, whether it be fastball or changeup, you got to be ready to hit it.
Nico breaks his bat, hits a ground ball to third, fielded by Moncada. Long throw in time. Moncada's momentum carried him into foul territory. That always seems like an awkward, long, off-balance throw for a third baseman to make, Ron.
It is, but if you throw it off the odd foot, you get a little leverage and you can get a little carry on that throw. Is a nice play by Moncada.
Sometimes I feel like both of my feet are odd. Kyle Tucker will bat with one away, nobody on, and he'll take a strike. Uniform description sponsored by Benjamin Moore. On the field or the walls of your home, the right team and colors make all the difference. Official paint of the Chicago Cubs, Benjamin Moore. Here's a guy the Cubs need to get going, Kyle Tucker. He was one of the best players in baseball in the first third of the season, but he has really struggled here in the last month. Lefty to lefty, the pitch. Swing and a miss. And the count 1-2. Anderson not having a great year, Ron, statistically. He is 2-8 with a 4.77 ERA. Now the next pitch. Off speed and outside. In fact, he has not had a win since the 18th of April.
Yeah, it's been a struggle. There's no doubt. And, to me, you look at certain key factors. Strikeouts for a finesse guy are always going to be down. But the hit totals are very high. His walk totals are very high. So that means a lot of traffic on the bases, and you give up that hit after a walk and a single. That means, you're giving up a lot of runs.
2-2 to Tucker is outside, 3-2.
And I would anticipate what we're seeing with Tucker in this at-bat is what we're going to see all night. You're going to see a lot of 3-2 counts, a lot of nibbling around the edges of the strike zone.
Tyler Anderson deals. Here's a drive into right field. Pretty well hit. Back goes Adele. At the wall. It's got a chance. Gone. Home run to right for Kyle Tucker. Cubs lead 1-0. And you can tell there are some Cub fans here at Angel Stadium. Maybe even more than Angel fans.
Well, I can say this. When you're struggling and you're having a hard time, putting the ball in play the way you like, and you touch one the way he just did, there's nobody happier than Tuck right now. And look at the bench of the Chicago Cubs. When you look down there, everybody is standing and fired up for Tuck. They know the importance.
Seiya Suzuki drives one in the air, deep left center field, back toward the wall, and this ball is caught by Ward in deep left center. It's a deep alley in left center, 390, out near where Ward hauled that one in. Getting back to Tucker as he gave the Cubs a 1-0 lead. His first home run since July the 19th.
Well, he was right on time. So he always drops his hands and kind of lays the bat off, which is kind of like setting the bat down, the barrel down towards the catcher. But if you do that late, you don't catch up, and then you're pulling off the ball. He was early with that and on time, and then you can get the barrel of the bat out to the good part of the hitting zone in front of home plate. He blasted that one way up into the bleachers.
What a great relief mentally for Kyle Tucker, I would think. Here's a chopper foul. Naturally, you're happy you give the team a quick 1-0 lead. That's always good. But when you've been struggling, it must be like a sigh of relief.
That is a happy camper down there in that dugout. I can promise you that. That is like, that 1,000-pound weight you're carrying around everywhere you go has just come off his shoulders.
Justin Turner takes a changeup outside. Getting back to Tyler Anderson, he's had some success in the big leagues. He's been around for a while, pitching with the Dodgers and the Pirates, among other teams, and now with the Angels. And he started the season okay. There's a changeup down low. He won back-to-back games in Houston. That's always hard.
Right.
That's a good team. And then he beat the Giants here in Anaheim. And that was in April, but he has not had a win since April 18. Tapper slowly hit toward third, rolling up the line. It stayed fair until about 2/3 up, and then it rolled foul.
Moncada at third base, I think he realizes that the lines might be tilted fair. When you go to a stadium as a third baseman or a corner infielder, I would always roll the ball up the foul line, especially as a third baseman, and see which way the ball would go if it was on the dirt. Would it stay fair and roll fair, or would they tilt it to go foul? You got to watch that. He thought that ball was going to come back fair. That's why he came in and grabbed it right away.
Cubs lead 1-0. Top of the first, 2 down, bases empty. The pitch to Turner. Swing and a miss on a changeup, strike 3. But the Cubs score first. A home run by Kyle Tucker to right. After a half, Cubs 1, Angels coming up on The Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Hey, Cubs fans, Owen Casey. Listen to every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Hey, Coom here. Labor Day in the Midwest means one thing. One last trip to the lake house before summer officially calls it a season. The grill is hot, coolers are packed, and if you're like me, you're bringing some Yuengling along for the ride. Whether it's traditional lager, light lager, or flight, Yuengling has a beer for every taste. Great beer, great company, and a little lake time. That's a winning combo in my book. Yuengling, official beer of the Cubs Radio Network, DG Yuengling & Son, Pottsville, PA.
Welcome to Dugout Radio, the undisputed home of Boomtown Baseball.
The Wi-Fi is booming with Xfinity, baby. Our next caller is
Stacy. How do you stay locked in on every pitch and play?
We stream it all live on Xfinity Internet with low lag, 99.99% network reliability, and speeds faster than a base runner beating the throw to home plate.
I stream on my TV, tablets, even my smart fridge.
Smart fridge.
With all those games, we gotta refuel.
Stream live baseball with Wi-Fi built for the biggest moments. Xfinity. Restrictions apply. Actual speeds vary, not guaranteed.
It's time for Trash Day Nose Yoga with Hefty. Let's transform stinky scenarios with a joyful scent of Fabuloso. Inhale. You forgot to empty your kid's lunchbox. Exhale. A field of lavender. Inhale. Stinky leftovers. Exhale. Watermelon in the summer. That's the power of Hefty Ultra Strong Trash Bags with Fabuloso.
Hefty, hefty, hefty. Car accident? Call D&W right now. Slip and fall? Call D&W right now. Any accident at all? Call D&W Law right now. Don't hesitate. Call the 8s, 312-888-8888.
Nice to be working with Mike Noto. He also works with us as an engineer for Cub games at Dodger Stadium. Son of Tony Noto, who did the same engineering work for many, many years. Tony is still hanging in there, not engineering games anymore. Good to work with these guys, though. Zach Neto leads it off against Javier Assad. First pitch fouled away. As you think of Assad facing these Angels, Ron, what comes to mind?
Attack. Be on the attack with that two-seam fastball. So many pitchers do, the league just does not throw that two-seamer the way Javi does nowadays.
There's a strike, 0-2.
And he gets a lot of action on the ground, the ground ball, even when it's elevated, because it has good late movement going down on that two-seam fastball.
Breaking ball outside. This is only the third game this season for Assad. He missed a huge chunk of action with that left oblique injury. It's his first start ever against the Angels. Swing and a miss. Threw it right by him. It had some good velocity, and he strikes out Zach Neto. Neto's been one of their hottest hitters. He was the American League Player of the Week in the week that ended on August 17. But he is out number one, and here is Nolan Shanuel.
That's a great two-seam fastball. That's all it is. Good downward tilt. Kind of ran down, just straight down. He got the punch out.
Bounced to first, fair, behind the back, glove by Turner. Underhand feed to Assad. That's out number two. The harmless dribbler right off the hands. Shanuel retired on one pitch. And it brings up Mike Trout. And I think most pitchers would prefer to face this guy with the bases empty.
Yeah. Yeah, this is one of those players that I think fans around baseball love to come out and watch play our game.
He's closing in on a personal milestone. Mike Trout, 398 career home runs. That's quite a few in the show. Here comes the 1-0. I've seen a few of them. I know you have too, Ron.
Dynamic player. He's DHing primarily now after having some injury issues. That this guy is some kind of dynamic player.
Not real tall, but very strong. And the 1-1. Trout takes outside. When you look at him, you think, I'll bet this guy was a running back.
Exactly.
Maybe in high school football at some point.
He's got running back and middle linebacker written all over him, doesn't he?
Here comes the 2-1 to Trout. That's going to be strike two call. Trout calling time. Trout this season hitting .241. He missed a big chunk of the year. He does have 20 home runs, and he's driven in 52. But again, that's a partial season total. The 2-2, check swing ground ball to a charging Shaw at third. Gloves it, throws to first, gets him. Let's see if the Angels challenge that play. It was a bang-bang call at first.
I thought they got him.
Looked like they just did get him. Still waiting to see if they are going to challenge. They will not. 3 up, 3 down. That was a good play by Shaw. We go to inning number 2. Cubs 1, Angels nothing on the score in the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Cubs Talk with Spiegel and Holmes on your ride home. Afternoons 2 to 6 on the score.
Make your house a home with premium paints and stains from Benjamin Moore. Achieve long-lasting color and beauty with Aura, Regal Select, and Ben for interiors. Or protect your exteriors with Element Guard and new Woodlux exterior stains. Available exclusively at locally owned Benjamin Moore stores. Their high-quality products ensure a flawless finish every time. Ready to start your next project? Visit BenjaminMoore.com to find a retailer near you. Benjamin Moore. See the love.
At 19 weeks pregnant, I found out my blood was attacking my baby. I'm Ellen, and my team said her only chance at survival was a rare procedure.
Top ranked in Illinois for obstetrics and gynecology by U.S. News and World Report, the team at Northwestern Maternal Fetal Medicine Clinic treats high-risk pregnancies from across Chicagoland. They performed an unprecedented 5 in utero blood transfusions to ensure Ellen and her baby had a compatible blood type.
Today, my baby is healthy and full of life.
Northwestern Medicine, better.
Future You is using their rapid rewards for their next vacation. All thanks to Present You signing up with Southwest Airlines, where you earn points every time you fly. Because what's the point of points that future you can't use? And since your Rapid Rewards points don't expire, you can save up for that big trip. Get ready to reward future you with a future flight. Sign up for Rapid Rewards today and redeem your points on any seat, any day, anytime. Only at Southwest. All Rapid Rewards rules and regulations apply and can be found at southwest.com/RR terms.
Save time every time for a great haircut. Just download the Great Clips app or check in online at greatclips.com. Great Clips. It's gonna be great.
Top 2, Cubs 1, Angels nothing. The second inning is brought to you by Sea Glass Wines, delivering crisp, refreshing flavors that hit every time. Kyle Tucker ending a 25-game home run drought with his solo shot in the first. Pat?
Very good, Zach. Second inning, Carson Kelly will lead off and take ball 1 from Tyler Anderson. Kelly hitting .265, 13 home runs. Right-handed batting catcher looks at a strike, 1-1.
That first inning was powered by Invesco QQQ. Let's rethink possibility. Invesco Distributors Incorporated.
Angels managed by Ron Washington, but he's out with a medical issue. Here's a swing and a smash foul past third. Ryan Goins is their bench coach, and he's their interim manager in the absence of Ron Washington. I know you've known Ron for a long time.
Long time. Great guy, great coach, great manager. Unbelievable infield instructor. Very, very good.
1-2 is upstairs. 2-2 on Kelly. Cubs off to a good start on a first inning home run by Kyle Tucker. The outfield pretty much straight away against Kelly, who swings and misses on a changeup. Strike 3. That's always been one of the bread and butter pitches for Tyler Anderson. And it brings up Ian Happ.
Yeah, you got to be prepared for the change against Anderson. And that's why left-handers have hit so much better against him. Lefties are hitting about 50 points better at least off Anderson, because it kind of somewhat neutralizes the changeup. It's changed about 75 miles an hour. Speaking of powered by Xfinity, seriously powerful Wi-Fi. Xfinity, the Wi-Fi is booming.
Ian Happ will take a strike. We understand now that Ray Montgomery is the interim skipper for these Angels. Boy, times are tough. You fall behind by 1 run in the first inning, they make a managerial move.
Huh?
That's my story.
Yeah, mine too. Yeah.
Here's the 0-2 to Ian Happ. Popped up foul over into the first base dugout. There's not much room, but on this play, there is just enough room for Shanuel to make the catch. There's a decent amount of space right behind the plate. But as you get up to the bases and then start working down the line, there's very little foul territory space here compared to other parks. 2 down, nobody on. Cubs lead 1-0. Pete Crow Armstrong pops it up back near our booth, and this ball is going to be out of play. The defensive alignments against Cubs hitter, sponsored by Fitzgerald Equipment. Managed material handling handled. Learn more at FitzgeraldEquipment.com. Swing and a miss by Pete. Armstrong at 256, Ron.
Yeah, see, I thought Pete was making some strides, positive ones at home. He hit a couple balls the other way, fouled some balls off the other way, and I thought that just tells me he's letting the ball get to him, and that's a positive.
He swings and misses, strike 3 on a curveball that fell off the outside edge. And he's confirming that with Adrian Johnson. Hitters like to know if the pitches they swung at were in or out of the strike zone, and that one was clearly out. The Cubs are out. We go to the bottom of inning number 2. Cubs 1, Angels nothing on the score, and the Southwest Airlines Cubs radio network.
Hey, Cubs fans, it's Pete Crow Armstrong. Listen to every game here on the Chicago Cubs radio network.
Where do the Cubs shop to celebrate a big win? Binny's Beverage Depot. Binny's is the official champagne provider of the Chicago Cubs. If you can't find it at Binny's, it's probably not worth drinking.
Hey, baseball fans, now at Verizon, they are knocking it out of the park with low prices. Locked in for 3 years guaranteed on my plan. Get a single line for a low price of just $50 a month when you switch and bring your phone on unlimited welcome with auto pay plus taxes and fees. Only on the network you can count on. Slide into your local Chicago Verizon store today.
$20 monthly promo credits applied over 36 months with a new line on unlimited welcome. In times of congestion, unlimited 5G and 4G LTE may be temporarily slower than other traffic. Domestic data roaming at 2G speeds. Price guarantee applies to then current base monthly rates. Additional terms and conditions apply.
Sloan has been providing restroom products at Wrigley Field for 111 years, and we're proud to now expand into the concourse with our brand new bottle fillers that provide clean drinking water for Cubs fans all season long. Learn more at sloan.com.
Oh, hey.
Hey, thanks for meeting me here. It's just, you're my only lawyer friend, and I need your professional opinion. You see that brand new Hyundai Tucson out there? That's all I paid for it.
Let me get back to you on that.
Deal's so right, it almost feels wrong. At the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Right now, for a limited time, you can lease the Hyundai Tucson for $239 a month or get $1,750 bonus cash. Offers end September 2nd. Call 224-661-0068 for details.
Illinois Bone and Joint Institute, a leader in comprehensive orthopedic care. Visit IBJI.com for locations.
On Monday, September 1st, the Cubs take on the Braves at 3:05 in the afternoon. Up to the first 10,000 early arriving fans, 21 and older, will receive a Cubs picnic blanket presented by Jim Beam. Be here for it. Visit Cubs.com/tickets. Pat?
Taylor Ward, right-handed batting left fielder, took a strike and now takes ball one a little bit high from Javier Assad. Assad worked a quick 1-2-3 inning in the first. Cubs lead by a run. Here's a ball outside. If you missed it, Kyle Tucker belted a home run with one away in the top of the first inning. And that's the game's only run so far. Ward hitting .235, but some pretty good power numbers. Swings away and fouls it away. When you're not a contending team, Ron, as you know, you were in this category, you can have some excellent years, and very few people outside of your immediate city are really aware of it.
Yeah,
this guy's got 29 homers and 92 RBIs. It surprised me. How about you?
Absolutely. And, he's still got over a month to go. So he's got a chance to have some, into the triple digits in RBIs and a, 35, 37 home run year. Those are big-time numbers in our game.
2-2 on Taylor Ward. Great to see some Cub fans here tonight. A breaking ball is outside. We're approaching the twilight hour. The sun has set. It's a big park in terms of holding customers. High fly ball, right field, playable for Tucker. Routine catch for a guy who's won a Gold Glove or several out in right field. That's out number one. Let's pause 10 seconds before Yoan Moncada steps in. 10 for ID on the score in the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Your headquarters for Cubs Talk is the Mullen Haw Show, mornings 5:30 to 10 on the score in the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network, WSCR Chicago, WBMX HD2 Chicago, and Odyssey Sports Station.
Moncada hitting into 230s, 233 at game time tonight. 9 homers, 28 runs batted in. He's had some injury issues. He's had some slumping issues. Swing and a miss. When he first came up, Ron, I think you and I both thought this guy was going to be a major star, but it just never happened.
Yeah, he's had, combination of what you said. That's kind of been the story of his career in Chicago, too. But there is a lot of ability. He made a great play here early in the ball game here.
He spun away from a high inside fastball, 1-2. Assad has set down the first 4 batters of the game. And the pitch grounded off the hands to second base. Good pitch. Easy play for Horner over to first. Out number 2. Cubs lead 1-0, and the batter is Joe Adele.
And that's that two-seamer we were talking about, and it's a good one. Tavi gets a little routine ground ball. All reviews of this game, they're sponsored by Northwestern Medicine. Second opinion's always a good idea. Get yours at Northwestern Medicine.
Adele, a 232 season average, takes strike one. We're going to play the Benny's Beverage Depot attendance game. If you can't find it at Benny's, it's probably not worth drinking. Here comes the 0-1. That one misses a little bit low. It's even. Since we don't come here very often, I'm wondering what the capacity is. It seems to me it's mid to upper 40s. The 1-1 bounced toward the middle, ranging to his left. Dansby Swanson makes the play and throws to first in time. That's one thing that Dansby excels at, making plays.
Yep.
3 up, 3 down. We go to the third. It's the Cubs 1 and the Angels nothing. This is the score on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Cubs fans, Ian Happ here. Pat and Ron call every game on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Future You is using their rapid rewards for their next vacation. All thanks to present you signing up with Southwest Airlines, where you earn points every time you fly. Because what's the point of points that future you can't use? And since your rapid rewards points don't expire, you can save up for that big trip. Get ready to reward future you with a future flight. Sign up for rapid rewards today and redeem your points on any seat, any day, anytime. Only at Southwest. All rapid rewards rules and regulations apply and can be found at southwest.com/RR terms.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Bob's had the same car, Betty, since high school, and that was a while ago. Bob's dealt with wipers, slow starts, and a few warning lights. And every time, Bob went to AutoZone, where a friendly AutoZoner helped with free services and the right parts to keep Bob and Betty on the road. No hassles, just help. Everything you need, nothing you don't.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
Your cold is coming. Your cold is coming. When you feel a cold coming, shorten it with Zycam, the #1 cold shortening brand.
Oh, no, not before my big trip.
The big trip you've been planning is coming up, and so is your cold. But Zycam can shorten your cold and get you back to planning sooner.
Thanks, Revere.
We really should keep Zycam in the house.
Shorten your cold with Zycam.
Take it from America's most revered messenger. Shorten your cold at the first sign with cold shortening products from Zycam, the #1 cold shortening brand. Available in stores or see where to buy at Zycam.com.
James Hardy Building Products knows how important your home is. That's why they're rated the #1 brand of siding in North America. James Hardy is proud to sponsor the Cubs. James Hardy Building Products, siding with the Cubs.
Dansby Swanson is on deck for the Cubs. Who's on deck is brought to you by TimberTech Decking and Railing. Everything wood should be. Visit TimberTech.com. And Pat, a quick Google search shows us that the capacity here at Angels Stadium, 45,517.
Very good, Zach. Thank you for looking that up. So now we have a much better idea, sort of, to make our attendance guesses. Dansby Swanson leads off the third. Matt Shaw on deck. And then Nico Horner against Tyler Anderson. Cubs lead 1-0. First pitch to Swanson. Changeup is outside. I do see some Cubby blue, though. A lot of blue shirts and hats in the stands. And you could hear them when Kyle Tucker homered in the first. Swanson looks at ball 2.
Yeah, I took a peek over towards first base, all behind home plate and down around right field. And there were thousands of Cub fans here when Tucker hit that homer. You could tell.
2-0 is high, ball 3. I'll go ahead and start the attendance guesses. I'll say 35,153. 35153. Dansby taking ball 4, a 4-pitch walk. Let's see if this leads to a rally. Sometimes it does. Matt Shaw, the batter.
And that at bat is kind of indicative of what Steve from Anderson. He's not going to give in. He's going to throw all around the edges of the strike zone. And that last pitch, he thought he would get Dansby to swing at that last fastball just down.
Right-handed batting Shaw takes inside. I was looking at Shaw's numbers run since the All-Star break. Very good numbers. 302 average, 9 home runs, and 18 RBIs.
Yeah.
And that's just over a month worth of play. There's a changeup for a strike. This guy just throws one off-speed pitch after another. He will occasionally mix in the fastball, but he thrives on the changeups and the slow stuff.
Yeah, as a right-handed hitter, this is a guy that you would go up looking for off-speed pitch. Just look from the whole game. He's going to make a mistake with a changeup in the middle of the plate, and you're going to have a good pitch to do a lot of damage on if you can just sit on the changeup.
Would you do that even with 2 strikes?
Absolutely. Because I always felt like with a guy throwing this hard, I could foul off or do something with the fastball. Even if you have to hit it over to right field, that's fine.
Shaw takes high, 3-1. He should get something to hit here. No pitcher ever wants to walk the first 2 men, especially when they're the 8 and 9 hitters in the inning. Shaw waiting, and the pitch instead of tossed to first. Nico Horner in the top of the order to follow. Lights are on, have not yet taken full effect. A warm summer night in Southern California. The 3-1. Shaw takes ball 4. Back-to-back walks. Now, if you're in that Cub dugout, in fact, if you're in that Cubs radio booth, you think the Cubs have to take advantage of this opportunity.
Yeah. Anderson's been struggling. He's walked 2 to start the inning. And to me, you want to get to this guy. He has had his struggles as of late. His last 7 starts, I think his ERA is over 6.5. You got to get on this guy here while he's on the mound.
Nico Horner, the batter, and he will take a strike. After back-to-back walks, as a leadoff man, you almost have to take a strike there, don't you?
Yeah, I would agree. And Nico got jammed with the pitch in his last at-bat. So for Nico to see a few pitches would not be a bad idea.
The 0-1. Strike 2 call.
Yeah, that's the one you want to hit. That's a changeup right in the middle of the plate. I mean, an absolute bullseye.
Walks to Cubs batter, sponsored by It'sNotAGameIllinois.com. Remember, a walk is free, a DUI is not. Drive sober or get pulled over. The 0-2 pitch dribbled foul, right side. Another off-speed pitch. Nico started the game by bouncing out to third. The left fielder Ward not very deep against Horner. It's a lot of space behind him. Now the set by the left-hander, the 0-2, fouled away. And Ron, that's not only a concern if you're the home team having your left fielder play that shallow, but the balls to the side of him are going to go all the way to the wall.
That's right.
Because he just won't be able to get there quickly enough.
And this playing surface plays very fast here at Angel Stadium.
The 0-2 dribbled foul again.
I always thought this was one of the faster infields I played in all year.
You enjoyed hitting here, didn't you?
Loved it. Loved. I thought it was a great hitter's background. It's a fairly big ballpark, pretty fair, but I always liked playing here and hitting here.
2 men on. Nico pops it up foul, out of play.
All right, another pitch right in the middle of the plate, changeup. Yeah, it's tough to do when you're not accustomed to doing this much. It's a tough sell to your own brain to say, I'm just going to sit on changeup. It's a tough sell. But against this guy, that's what you have to do as a right-hander to be successful.
Runners lead first and second. Horner lines a base hit to center. The runners had to hold. This will load the bags with nobody out. A searing line drive right back through the middle. Horner gets a single. Swanson advanced to third. Shaw is at second. And here is Kyle Tucker, who already has a home run in the game, batting with the bases loaded and nobody out.
Now, good job by Nico. That was the third changeup in the at-bat. That was in the middle of the plate, and he smoked that one right back through the middle.
How are you approaching this, AB?
I think you're Tuck. You're same thing as you did before. You got to look for off-speed pitches. I really believe so. Lefties have done a much better job against Anderson, batting average-wise, than righties. Righties have hit a lot more home runs. He faces a lot more right-handed hitters.
Anderson run after 2+ innings, already up to 44 pitches. And that's about, I'd say, 18 already in this inning, and he hasn't retired a batter. Infield plays back, bases full of Cubs, nobody out. Tucker facing Anderson. The pitch on the way to Kyle. Swinging a foul back.
Boy, and he got a pitch right in the middle of the plate. Bell tie.
Whenever a guy snaps out of a slump, which Tucker did with that first inning homer, you always feel like something will click and he'll say, okay, now things are back to normal.
Yeah. The world is back doing the normal things.
Now the 0-1 from the veteran left-hander Anderson. In there for a strike. And Kyle may have been looking off speed on that one.
Yeah, it was a little tight slider down and away. Coming to you live all season long from the Invesco QQQ broadcast booth. Proud ETF partner of the Chicago Cubs.
Cubs leading 1-0. Have the bases loaded. Nobody out. There's a liner foul down the right field line. He hit it hard.
Well, and the other thing, too, is where he's hitting the ball. You know, over the last month, how many balls did he hit right off his front foot? Where he's out and around the ball and hooking it. Now his bat is starting to get back out into the hitting zone, which is out in front of him a little bit, and he's on time.
The runners, Swanson at third, Shaw at second, Horner at first. 0-2 on Kyle Tucker. Cubs lead 1-0. Trying to build up a nice lead here in this inning. They've got a chance to. Get guys in the middle of the order coming up. And bags full of Cubs. The 0-2 sidearm pitch bounced foul past first. Anderson dropping down almost full sidearm that time on that pitch. One of the few times tonight. Cub fans ready to make some noise in this third inning. There's a good-sized gap in right center. Teodosio, the center fielder, over toward left center. Swing and a miss, strike three. Off-speed pitch got him. Out number one. Tucker strikes out, and the batter is Seiya Suzuki.
Now, Suzuki just missed a home run in his last at-bat. If he can sit on changeup, he's going to hit one a long way.
You kind of like this matchup, don't you?
I do, absolutely. Yeah.
In the middle of the diamond, the tall veteran left-hander deals. Swinging a foul back.
There it was. Changeup right in the middle of the plate. Suzuki, the big swing, fouled it back.
Outfielders straight away, respectfully deep. Ward, Teodosio, and Adele left to right. Infield back. Bases loaded. And the 0-1. Seiya takes inside.
See, in this at bat, when a left-hander threw a ball like that in on me, I was like, that's even better yet. Because now it's a ball, and now I know he's going back to the change to get me out.
Fastball inside. It's 2-1. Seiya has been the team leader in RBIs most of the year. 86 ribbies, has a chance to add to that total right now. And the 2-1. Swinging a line drive to left field. Going back is Ward. He makes the catch. Tagging and scoring is Swanson. And the Cubs lead 2-0. He just didn't elevate it enough. A very hard hit ball. Ward went back and made the catch, but the Cubs now lead 2-0.
Change up middle of the plate. Suzuki hits this ball right on the button, but hits it. He's just out in front, just enough to where it gets topspin. If he waits the snap of a finger longer and it carries just a little longer, that ball is deep into the seats in left field. But a line drive bullet to left, drive in a run.
So a run is in. Cubs lead by 2.
RBIs by Cubs hitters, sponsored by Old National Bank, where relationships and results matter. Get old.
Justin Turner, the batter. He'll take a strike. Turner batting cleanup. Cubs really need to get something more than just one run out of this opportunity. If they don't, Anderson will feel like he broke even. There's the 0-1, driven in the air to left. It's going to be caught by Ward, and that ends the inning. Cubs had the bags loaded with nobody out. They walk away with one run on one hit and leave two. Middle of inning number 3, Cubs 2, Angels nothing on the score, and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Every strikeout and home run is heard right here on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Here's a club you want to get into, Club Citgo. It's the super easy app that opens the door to great fuel savings and more. Sign up and instantly save 23 cents per gallon on your first fill-up, plus everyday savings that really add up. You can also enter our sweepstakes with multiple winners and giveaways, like free gas for a year. And Club Citgo makes paying easy with a convenient mobile pay feature. So welcome to the club where all the action is. Download Club Citgo today. Savings good up to 30 gallons, only at participating locations. Data rates may apply. Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Hi, I'm Chuck McDowell, the timeshare cancellation guy. In 2011, I founded Wesley Financial Group with one goal in mind: to help honest folks out of their timeshares permanently. Today, I run Wesley with my 2 sons, a real family business, treating every client and every employee like we'd want our own family treated. That philosophy has helped us grow into the largest, most trusted timeshare cancellation company in the United States. Fortune magazine even recognized us as one of the best places to work. Why? Because we genuinely care. In fact, some of our former clients were so moved by their experience working with us, they joined our team so they could help others to timeshare freedom. If you're stuck in a timeshare, give us a call. Let our family help your family.
Call Wesley now for your free timeshare exit kit. 800-885-3333. That's 800-885-3333. 800-885-3333.
Crush concrete with a Bosch 18-volt Bulldog rotary hammer. The more you Bosch, the more you feel like a Bosch.
Bottom 3, Cubs leading the Angels 2-0. It is currently 81 degrees in Anaheim. Time and temperature sponsored by Circa Sports Illinois. Bet like the pros and download the Circa Sports app today. Pat?
Logan O'Hoppe, right-handed batting catcher, leads it off against Javier Assad. Took a ball outside, now takes the strike. O'Hoppe, Moore, and Teodosio. Here's a foul out of play. O'Hoppe has 18 home runs. He's driven in 42. The Angels, 5 games below 500. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Strikeout number 2 for Javier Assad. Strikeouts by Cubs pitchers brought to you by your Chicago and Northwest Indiana Hyundai dealers.
Excellent pitch by Javi, outside corner, little slider or cutter. Perfect location.
Cubs scored on a home run by Tucker in the first and a sac fly by Suzuki in the top of this third. Fastball to Christian Moore is taken high for ball 1. Home runs by Cubs batters. Those are hefty home runs. And it just so happens Hefty is the official trash bag of the Chicago Cubs. Hefty, strength that's anything but ordinary. Another night game tomorrow night. Ron and Zach and I will be out here again. Cubs have not yet named their starter. Victor Medeiros pitching for the Angels tomorrow night. And I almost chuckled as I saw that, Ron. Sometimes when you've had a series like the Cubs just did with Milwaukee, 5 games, a lot of stress, a lot of tension and drama.
Right.
Here comes the 2-1. As a manager and a staff, I think you don't try to look too far ahead in the next few days after a series like that. You just play one at a time. I mean, it's a cliche.
Right.
And that might be why the Cubs have not named their starter tomorrow or Sunday just yet. Swinging a pop-up foul. Right side, down the line in right, and making the catch is Tucker. Horner collides with him. Is everyone okay? Nico did not realize that Tucker was there. They both get up and They're just happy they made the play, but that was quite a collision between Nico and Tucker right near the right field line. Everyone's okay, and the catch was made.
Yeah, Tucker makes the catch. Nico does not hear Tuck calling it as they're getting close to the ball. This ball is probably, it might just be foul. And it's one of those things where Nico and Tuck collide, but they're kind of going somewhat in the same direction. Nico knocked Tucker off his feet. Make the catch, but the important thing, nobody got hurt.
2 down. Bryce Teodosio takes a pitch that hits him in the left arm. Teodosio will take his base.
Little slider that got away from Assad.
And Zach Neto coming up. Neto, good ball player, leadoff man. He's got power, 21 home runs. He can steal a bag. And again, he was the player of the week in the American League last week. And he hits a high fly ball to deep left. Going back on the play is Happ with room near the track. At the fence makes the catch. That ball kept carrying. And Ian Happ never took his eye off it and hauled it in. 3 shutout innings for Javier Assad. We go to the 4th inning. Cubs 2, Angels nothing on the score, and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Hall of Famer Pat Hughes and Ron Coomer bring you all the action on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Mind the signs, avoid the fines. Can you respect the zone? Head to itsnotagameillinois.com to test your skills in our retro arcade game.
Back to school is just around the corner. And if summer has wreaked havoc on your kid's hair, Great Clips is here to help. From overgrown mops to tangled tresses, you can use online check-in to get a haircut worthy of those first day picks. Faster, at low prices that'll make you smile. So what are you waiting for? It's time to say goodbye to summer shaggy and hello to school year sharp. Download the Great Clips app today. Back to school haircuts at Great Clips. It's gonna be great.
For over 60 years, Fitzgerald Equipment has kept Illinois and Wisconsin moving with forklifts, rentals, and expert service featuring heli forklifts built to go the distance. Visit FitzgeraldEquipment.com. Trusted equipment powered by Heli. Fitzgerald Equipment. Material handling handled. Proud partner of Cubs Radio.
Step right up and gaze into my crystal ball. I see flashing lights, spinning reels, and a big win. This August, you have a ticket to a cash carnival at Potawatomi. Play with your rewards card and earn entries to win your share of $300,000 in cash and prizes. Prize drawings every Thursday through August 28th. Your fortune awaits only at Potawatomi Casino Hotel, Milwaukee. More info online. Must be 21 and a rewards member to play.
You deserve a car that thrills you. And Nissan's got an exciting full line that'll put goosebumps on your goosebumps. Experience the thrill for yourself. Shop your local Nissan store and NissanUSA.com today.
The Out-of-Town Scoreboard is sponsored by Club Citgo. Download the Club Citgo app now and instantly save 23 cents per gallon on your first fill-up. Bottom of the 7th inning. Brewers leading the Giants 3-2. William Contreras with an RBI double to break a 2-2 tie. Whole bunch of other action around the majors as we speak. Bottom of the 8th inning on the south side. Twins leading the White Sox 8-4. Guardians 3, Rangers 2. They're in the last of the 8th in Texas. The Reds a 2-1 lead over the Diamondbacks. Bottom of the 2nd inning. Brian Hayes with an RBI double for Cincinnati.
Reds still in the wild card chase in the National League. Carson Kelly takes inside. Zach, what else you got?
Alex Freeland with his first career home run for the Dodgers. They lead the Padres 1-0 in the top of the 4th. After 1, the A's 1, Mariners 0. Brent Rooker a solo shot.
Kelly pokes it fouled out of play.
Finals, the Pirates a 9-0 drubbing of the Rockies. The Nationals edged the Phillies 5-4. It was the Astros 10, Orioles 7. Red Sox shut out the Yankees 1-0. Connor Wong had an RBI double. Tigers beat the Royals 7-5. It was the Blue Jays 5, Marlins 2.
And the 1-2 down low to Kelly.
The Mets a 12-7 victory over the Braves. Juan Soto with a 2-run home run, his 32nd. Rays knock off the Cardinals 10-6. Pat?
Mets trying to hold on to that third wild card spot at the time. 2-2 on Kelly, trying to start a Cubs rally here in the fourth. Bouncing ball foul toward third. Lights beginning to have some effect now. Still a very warm early evening in Southern California. Night game tomorrow, day game Sunday. Cubs are off on Monday. Here's a looping liner to second, and a leaping catch by Moore is out number one. Soft line drive. Kelly retired, and the batter is Ian Happ.
Moore waited for that ball. It wouldn't hit all that hard, and then jumped, and the ball hit him in the palm of the glove and kind of snow coned that catch, but made the play.
Cubs are finishing up a stretch on Sunday of 14 games in 13 days. Every team has those. It's nothing new. Happ hits a high fly ball deep center field. Back goes Teodosio at the wall, leaping, and he makes the catch. Teodosio just took a home run away from Ian Happ with a tremendous leaping grab just to the left of dead center. What a play.
Now, this outfield wall, I believe, is 8 feet high, and he goes back. This ball's definitely going to go out of the ballpark as he jumps up. Shoulders go up. Don't bang into the wall quite yet until after he catches the ball, but glove way up above the center field wall.
Fans buzzing after that catch by Bryce Teodosio. Showed some pretty good athletic ability and timing on that play. Pete Crow Armstrong fouls it away. Cubs lead 2-0. We're in the fourth inning. But again, every team is going to have those stretches of 14 games in 13 days. It's just part of the deal. Did you feel that as a ball player, Ron? Did you get a sense of fatigue toward the end of those stretches?
You do a little bit, but to be honest with you, my way of dealing with that,
swing and a miss, 1-2,
was really trying to stay in the exact same routine every day, not changing it from what you did going to bed at night, what time you got up, what time you ate, you come to the park. You just put your head down and do the exact same thing every day. You take the same swings, the same amount of ground balls, and you just know you're coming to the park, and that's what you got to do that day. And then it just, it's kind of a mind game you play with yourself. This is the job. That's what you got to do.
That makes a lot of sense. But again, every single team is going to have those with travel involved as well. Here comes the 1-2 on the way. Swinging a foul back. Well, we saw Kyle Tucker snap out of his drought with a home run in the first. Cubs scored on Suzuki's sac fly in the third. Here's another guy who could use a long ball to get back on track. Pete Crow Armstrong, the 1-2 to Pete. And he'll take off the inside corner.
Zach just shot me a note. We need to make our attendance guesses. So I will say 37,200.
The 2-2 from the left-hander. Pulled on the ground to second base. Moore will throw out Pete Crow Armstrong, and that's out number 3. Cubs don't score as we go to the bottom of the fourth inning. Cubs 2, Angels nothing on the score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Take the Cubs with you in the Chicagoland area on the free Odyssey app. We are the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
It's time for the Nissan End of Summer Sales Event.
The what now?
The Nissan End of Summer Sales Event.
End of summer?
Yes, Nissan End of Summer.
But I have so many more hot dogs to grill. It was just starting to get good.
Sales event. Here to help you keep your summer in gear.
That sounds interesting.
Test drive the best-selling Nissan Rogue with more standard power.
Cool.
The rugged Nissan Frontier with a standard V6.
Nice.
Or the adventure-ready Nissan Pathfinder or Nissan Murano.
I better hurry in.
To the Nissan End of Summer Sales Event and see why J.D. Power ranks Nissan #1 in new vehicle quality among mainstream brands.
#1?
Yes, #1. Get 0% APR for 60 months on the 2025 Nissan Rogue, Pathfinder, or Murano. For J.D. Power 2025 US IQS award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. Awards based on 2025 model year for well-qualified buyers. Available from new dealer stock. Example, 0 down payment, 60 months financing at $1,667 per month per thousand finance. Actual down payment may vary, subject to NMAC credit approval. Not all buyers qualify. Dealer contribution may affect actual price set by dealer. Contact dealer for details. Ends 9/2/25.
Hey, I'm ordering dinner. I was thinking burgers.
Boom! I just earned a $650 bonus for opening up a checking account at Old National Bank. Sorry, what'd you say? Burgers?
No, I definitely said 40-ounce dry-aged tomahawk steaks. Yep, with those little sauteed mushrooms.
Earn up to a $650 bonus when you open an eligible checking account and complete qualifying activities. Visit oldnational.com/checking and get old. Member FDIC. Additional restrictions apply. Offer valid through October 31st, 2025.
The Chef IQ Sense is a wireless cooking thermometer everyone should have. It eliminates under or overcooking your chicken, fish, or meat to achieve perfection. Order one now at chefiq.com. That's chefiq.com.
League leaders sponsored by American Sail. Bring the fun home. Aaron Judge leads the majors in batting average, hitting .327. The home run leader is Cal Raleigh with 47. And leading the majors in RBIs, former Cub Kyle Schwarber with 109. And I've got to make my guess to the Vinnie's Beverage Depot attendance game. I'm going to go 36,500.
All right, Zach, I think we're all in the game now as Javier Assad works on the left-handed batting Nolan Shanuel. 1 ball and 1 strike on the first baseman for the Angels. Assad's next offering, pulled on the ground to first. Routine play for Turner. Underhand feed to Assad. That's out number 1. No hits so far given up by Assad. 1 away, 4th inning. The batter, Mike Trout.
Now, excellent pitch by Assad. Probably the best changeup he's thrown so far today. 4th inning sponsored by Wing Trust, home of the exclusive Cubs debit card. Member FDIC, EHL lender. First out. That's brought to you by Xfinity. The Wi-Fi is booming.
Trout takes outside for a ball.
Now, is the Wi-Fi booming over on your side? It's booming over here.
Not so much, but it's still early in the game.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Here is a fastball in there for a strike to Trout. Trout grounded out to third his first time. 2 home runs shy of 400. Liner towards second, caught by Horner. An absolute missile off the bat of the right-handed hitting Trout, but right to Nico. And that's 2 down. Angels still without a hit. And the batter is Taylor Ward.
That one came in at 91 miles an hour. That sinker might have went out 110 miles an hour.
Sure did.
That was a rocket. Nico's still checking his glove out there at second base.
Ward hits a ground ball to third. Diving stop by Shaw. Gets up in a 1-hop throw in time. Magnificent play by Matt Shaw at third base, as he is starting to flash some fancy leather and get some timely hits in this second half of the year. 4 shutout innings for Assad. Cubs on top 2-0. Zach Zaidman joins Ron Coomer in a moment on The Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
This is your home for every pitch of Cubs baseball. We are the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
It's grilling season. Time to fire it up and share a little grilling wisdom. Step up your grilling game with Hatfield marinated pork tenderloin. Packed with flavor, easy to cook, and perfect for any backyard cookout. Honey garlic teriyaki and savory brown sugar. There's a flavor for everyone. So put some pork on your fork. Visit simplyhatfield.com to find a fresh time market near you. Hatfield. Better care, better pork.
Attention. Have you racked up $10,000 or more in credit card debt? Are you barely getting by making minimum payments? With credit card debt reaching all-time highs, National Debt Relief is notifying consumers about significant debt relief options currently being made available to help those with overwhelming credit card debt. These options may reduce a large portion of credit card debt for those who qualify. You don't need to declare bankruptcy or take out a consolidation loan, and you may only have to pay back a fraction of what you owe, even if you have bad credit. National Debt Relief has already reduced the credit card debt for more than 550,000 consumers. So don't wait. If you owe $10, $20, or even $100,000 in credit card debt, you can now take advantage of this financial debt relief as the cost of living continues to skyrocket. To check what debt reduction you may qualify for, call 800-822-6611. That's 800-822-6611. Again, that's 800-822-6611.
James Hardie Building Products knows how important your home is. That's why they're rated the #1 brand of siding in North America. James Hardie is proud to sponsor the Cubs. James Hardie Building Products, siding with the Cubs.
Dansby Swanson leads off the top half of the 5th inning for the Cubs here in Anaheim, and he looks at a ball up high from veteran left-hander Tyler Anderson, a changeup that missed. So 1-0 the count. Cubs with a 2-0 lead. This is the opener of a 3-game set. Quite a long road trip for the Cubs ahead. Here's the pitch by Anderson, and Swanson rips one fair ball down the left field line. This will roll all the way to the wall. Swanson on his way to second base. Ball retrieved by Ward, who gets it back to the infield. Stand-up double for Dansby Swanson to lead off the 5th. It's the second time he's reached base tonight.
Yeah, Dansby gets pitch inside, turns on it, smokes this ball down into the left field corner. So good start here for the Cubs in this inning. Now let's see here in 5th if Matt Shaw can sit on some kind of something soft and do the same thing and do some damage.
Shaw walked in the 3rd. Right-handed batter against the left-hander Anderson with Swanson at second base. Now the pitch. It's in there for strike, changeup right down the middle. On 1.
Big gap in left center field for Shaw.
Matt mentioned it earlier. Shaw's been red hot since the All-Star break, hitting better than 300. The 0-1. Shaw pops it up. Foul out of play. Just to the left of us. So the count is 0-2.
That's your front row here for the 5th. Be ready. Left-handers, though. Right-handers, you're okay. Lefties, get your hands ready.
Oh, thankfully, you're here. I promise you I'll be under the table if there's anything close. And I'm taking the computer with me. There's too much going on up here.
I bail on the computer, and I just protect yourself.
The 0-2. Shaw called strike 3. He looked at a changeup on the outside edge at the top of the zone, 1 away.
Yeah, that's one of those at-bats for Shaw. As he gets more experience in this league, you're going to know what pitcher's going to do. Right? You got a guy that's throwing majority changeups to the right-handers. You got a man at second and nobody out. The pitcher wants you to hook the ground ball. So that's his best pitch is the change. Go up there and look for the change. First pitch he got was change. That's the pitch to hit. He could have smoked that ball.
Nico Horner stands in. Pickoff play at second. Swanson dives back in safely ahead of the tag by the second baseman Moore. Good awareness by Dansby at second base. 1 away here, top of the 5th. Cubs with a 2-0 lead over the Angels. Horner's 1 for 2 tonight. Here's the pitch. And Nico check swing at a pitch low on appeal. No swing, says Quinn Walcott. The first base umpire. That was another changeup from Anderson. Anderson, the left-hander, works on the first base side of the rubber. He looks at second and deals. And Nico looks at a strike. That was a fastball, top of the zone, right along the inside corner.
Yeah, he's going to throw very few fastballs that are going to be strikes or going to be in the middle of the plate. He's going to make the mistakes is he's going to try to get you to hit the changeup, and that's going to be in the middle of the plate.
The 1-1. Nico takes a pitch inside. That was a cutter, 2-1.
Nico saw 3 changeups in the last at bat, right in the middle of the plate. Took one, fouled one off at his feet, and then hit the third one a bolt right back through the middle.
Swanson dancing off of second. The pitch. Nico swings, and it's a high fly ball, medium range center, underneath it, and making the catch, Teodosio. And then Swanson has to stay at second base, 2 away.
A little change up to Nico. Bottom of the zone. It was a strike. Bottom of the zone. Got him to pop it up.
So here comes Kyle Tucker. 2 down, top of the 5th. Swanson at second base. Cubs with a 2-0 lead. The opener of a 3-game set here in California against the Angels. Tucker homered in the first. Just his second home run since the start of July. He ended a home run drought of 25 consecutive games. And he struck out swinging in the third. Anderson delivers. And Tucker, an awkward check swing and a miss at a slider, 0-1.
Spiegel and Holmes talk Cubs baseball and Chicago sports every weekday. 2-6 on the Score and the Odyssey app.
Tucker on the year now with 19 home runs. He's hitting at .259. Swanson at second, 2 down. 0-1 the count. Anderson looks at second. Now works his motion. Tucker swings and misses. Another slider. 0-2. So it's the left-handed batters up here that I have to be.
Yeah, that's the one you got to pay attention.
Alert.
Yeah.
All right. Now the 0-2. That's low. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
You don't see that too often, but Anderson, that's his best pitch, is a changeup. He just threw changeup to a lefty. Left-handers are hitting way better average-wise off Anderson than right-handers. And the reason for that, the changeup. The lefty, he does not throw the changeup to left-handers very often. That is his best pitch.
The 1-2. Tucker hits a high fly ball to right. Racing back Adele near the track over his head. Makes the catch. Just short of the wall, angling toward the corner. Allowed out for Tucker. Swanson stranded at second. That ends the top half of the 5th inning. Middle 5. Cubs 2, Angels 0 on the Score. And the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Cub fans, Nico Horner here. Pat and Ron call every game on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
There's nothing better than watching the game live. And with Xfinity Sports and News TV, you can stream over 50 live channels for $150 less than YouTube TV per year. From game time to prime time. It's the local channels you love, the news channels you need, and the sports channels you can't live without. History-making moments aren't going to wait for you, and replays never do it justice. So get Xfinity Sports and News TV today for all the live action you could want. Plus, you can save even more with Peacock Premium. A $7.99 a month value included at no extra cost. Xfinity Sports and News TV. The live TV you love, with savings you'll love even more. To learn more, go to Xfinity.com, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today. Restrictions apply. Savings compares Xfinity Sports and News TV at $70 per month to YouTube TV at $82.99 per month.
Hey, Coom here. Labor Day in the Midwest means one thing. One last trip to the lake house before summer officially calls it a season. The grill is hot, coolers are packed, and if you're like me, you're bringing some Yuengling along for the ride. Whether it's traditional lager, light lager, or flight, Yuengling has a beer for every taste. Great beer, great company, and a little lake time. That's a winning combo in my book. Yuengling, official beer of the Cubs Radio Network, DG Yuengling & Son, Pottsville, PA.
You'll score big with everyday deals at Suits 2020 in Niles. From men's suits and formal wear to sports and casual wear, 2020. We're more than just amazing suits.
Oktoberfest is coming to Wrigley Field September 19th through the 21st. Enjoy beer tents, rides, live music, authentic food, and family fun all weekend long. Tickets are on sale now at cubs.com/Oktoberfest. You know, I'll be ready for that. Yohan Moncada looks at a ball inside from Javier Assad. 1-0 the count. The next pitch, Moncada swings, drills one deep right. Tucker going back, looks up. This one is gone. Yohan Moncada starts off the 5th inning with a solo shot to right. And the Angels are on the board. It's 2-1. We're in the last of the 5th.
Now this pitch from Assad. Little breaking ball right in the middle of the plate at the knees. Moncada stays back on it and hits a line drive bullet off the seats or off the scoreboard, the video board, and right.
Yeah, he wrecked that board because it's a big light panel in straight right that's no longer working because of that shot by Moncada. Now the batter is Joe Adele. He swings and lines one into right field for a base hit. So a solo shot and a single for the Angels to begin the bottom half of the fifth inning against Javier Assad. Cubs with a 2-1 lead.
Adele talking to Tim Salmon, a guy played against for many, many years before the ball game today. Timmy, an outstanding player for this Angels team and a world champ. Talked about Adele and his work with Chili Davis, Cubs' old hitting coach, and really helped him figure out what he's doing as a hitter and what you sit on, like just the whole process of being a big league hitter. And it's really turned Adele's career around as a hitter.
Logan O'Hoppe taps one foul at the plate, 0-1 the count. Adele at first, being held on by Turner. Assad sets at the belt, kicks and delivers. And O'Hoppe grounds one to short, fielded by Swanson. A second for one, Horner to first, double play, 6-4-3. Quickly 2 away as Assad points to Swanson at short for starting that twin killing. Double plays turned by the Cubs, sponsored by Nissan. Experience the thrill at NissanUSA.com.
Well, that's the big thing that Assad brings. You know, he give up some hits, and then, you know, you get that ground ball, and that two-seam fastball that he can throw, that sinker, induces a lot of those. That ball right at Swanson, routine 6-4-3 double play.
Christian Moore at the plate, looks at a breaking ball off the outside, 1-0. Moore is the second baseman. Right-handed batter hits out of a crouch, feet spread wide apart, and the pitch, it's low, 2-0. I guess we also should point out that the first out is brought to you by Xfinity. The Wi-Fi is booming. Lights have taken full effect tonight here in Anaheim. Cubs and Los Angeles Angels in the opener of a 3-game set. Now the 2-0 by Assad. That's a called strike right at the top of the zone. A fastball, 2-1. Coming to you live all season long from the Invesco QQQ broadcast booth. Proud ETF partner of the Chicago Cubs. The 2-1. Swing and a miss. 2-2 on Moore.
And one thing Assad's got going for him, he throws that sinker and it goes one way. Then you throw that cutter and it goes the other, both hard.
Assad works his motion, the 2-2 delivery. Moore swings and misses, strike 3. As Assad gets him with a breaking ball, that ends the fifth inning. Now the Angels get on the board on the solo shot by Moncada. 2-1 Cubs after 5 on the score on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Join us for some Cubs talk every morning. Mully and Haw, mornings 5:30 to 10 on the score.
Invesco QQQ is the proud ETF partner of the Chicago Cubs and of accessing the future of innovation. Curious what that means? Well, since March 1999, Invesco QQQ has given investors a way to tap into the NASDAQ 100 in a single ETF. We're talking world-changing breakthroughs that we can't live without today. Gene therapy, telemedicine, AI, EVs, and more. Still curious? Tomorrow's innovation awaits. Let's rethink possibility. Invesco QQQ.
There are risks when investing in ETFs, including possible loss of money. ETFs risks are similar to those of stocks. Investments in the tech sector are subject to greater risk and more volatility than more diversified investments. The NASDAQ 100 index comprises the 100 largest non-financial companies on the NASDAQ. You can't invest directly into an index. Before investing, consider the fund's investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses. Visit Invesco.com for a prospectus containing this information. Read it carefully before investing. Invesco is not affiliated with the Chicago Cubs. Invesco Distributors, Inc.
Future You is using their rapid rewards for their next vacation. All thanks to Present You signing up with Southwest Airlines, where you earn points every time you fly. Because what's the point of points that Future You can't use? And since your rapid rewards points don't expire, you can save up for that big trip. Get ready to reward Future You with a future flight. Sign up for rapid rewards today and redeem your points on any seat, any day, anytime. Only at Southwest. All rapid rewards rules and regulations apply and can be found at southwest.com/RR terms.
Hefty Trash Bags, the official trash bags of the Chicago Cubs. Hefty, ultra-strong trash bags resist rips, tears, and leaks. Strength that's anything but ordinary.
Hefty, hefty, hefty.
Seiya Suzuki is on deck for the Cubs. Who's on deck is brought to you by TimberTech Decking and Railing. Everything wood should be. Visit TimberTech.com. Pat?
A new pitcher in the game, Fermin, a right-hander, ready to go to work on the Cubs here in this 6th inning. Cubs on top 2-1. Kyle Tucker homered in the first. Seiya Suzuki had a 3rd inning sacrifice fly. The Angels got their run on a home run by Yoan Moncada in the 5th. Fermin's first pitch swung on and missed by Seiya Suzuki. In case you thought that Fermin might be like, somebody, maybe Michelangelo or Superman, one-name people.
Liberace?
Yeah, now you're talking. Jose Fermin is his name. Casper.
Oh, yeah.
Prince. See, now we're all getting into the swing of it. Sadly, here's a pitch down low, 1-2 to Seiya Suzuki. I thought of both of you guys looking at this date in baseball history tonight. As Jose Fermin goes to work on Seiya, the pitch down low, 2-2. This day in baseball history brought to you by villageofbedfordpark.com. Now's the time to make history for your business in Bedford Park. Long time ago, 1886.
Oh, I know what this is.
Yes, sir.
My old buddy.
Does the name Chicken Wolf ring a bell?
Woo!
In fact, that's the sound chicken used to make.
Yeah, when the wolf came by. Old Chicken Wolf.
3-2 on Seiya. Here's the pitch. Low and inside. Check swing, no swing. That's ball 4. Let's see if that leads to a rally. As the Cubs lead by a run, looking for more. You always look for more in any game, particularly when you're the road team.
What did old Chicken Wolf do today?
It was on this date in 1886. Louisville's Chicken Wolf had a game-winning home run.
There you go.
But it was very unconventional.
Okay.
It says his home run was thanks to a stray dog tearing at Reds Abner Powell's pant leg, causing the center fielder to miss the ball. So the old dog trick.
Yeah.
And I'm guessing they did not have outfield fences for that game.
No.
And old Fido just happened to be wandering by the field.
Yeah.
And he was hungry.
Yeah.
Fido.
And Abner Powell's pant leg looked pretty appetizing to him, apparently. Yeah. And that's how Louisville's Chicken Wolf, got credit for a game-winning home run. That's actual big league baseball on this date in 1886, the early days, the good old days. Pinch hitter Michael Bush now batting, swinging and missing. Can you imagine losing a game because your outfielder has a dog trying to tear off his pants leg?
Yeah, you're running after the ball and the dog's at your pant leg. Yeah. That's something.
No doubt he was growling a little bit. Here's the strike 2 pitch to Bush, low and outside for a ball.
Now, I'm envisioning like a big farm dog, a bigger dog, not like the dogs I grew up with or like your dog. Like I grew up with Chihuahuas. Chihuahua wouldn't have that kind of impact on a game.
Unless they were hungry. Here's the pitch low and outside. And the count 2-2.
Oh, Chicken Wolf. That's got to be one of the best nicknames in all of sport history.
I'm just surprised that it was noteworthy enough to make the baseball history book. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And Michael Bush will undoubtedly stay in defensively and play first base as he just batted for Justin Turner. Suzuki at first, 1 away, 6th inning. Cubs lead 2-1. That's not a real secure lead as Carson Kelly steps in. Suzuki at first. Kelly has lined out and struck out. The pitch to Carson, low and inside for a ball. Nolan Ryan chalked up career strikeout number 5,000 on this date in 1989. He's the only man to reach that plateau. Kelly takes a strike at the knees. Eric Karros, who spent some time with the Cubs, playing for the Dodgers on this date in 2000, had 2 homers in 1 inning. And this surprised me when I read this. Here's the 1-1 pitch to Kelly off the inside corner. It was the first time in Dodger history that any man, and the Dodgers at that time had been around for 111 years and had some great teams. First time that they ever had a player hit 2 home runs in 1 inning.
Really?
Swing and a miss by Carson Kelly. And the count 2-2. Getting back to Nolan Ryan's 5,000th strikeout. Something tells me he will always remember that because the victim was the great Ricky Henderson.
Ricky Henderson, yeah. I've seen that highlight.
Here's the 2-2. Line to left, down the line, curling in the corner and going foul. Kelly didn't run right away as he hit it, and then he realized it was close to the line, so he started to scoot down the line at first, but it just did curl foul in the left field corner. Hard hit ball.
Yeah, he smokes this breaking ball down and in, but just couldn't quite keep it fair. Meat of the Org says presented by Chef IQ Sense. Never under or overcook your food again. Purchase now at chefiq.com.
2-2 to Kelly, misses inside. Would you send the runner with 1 away? You lead by a run in the 6th inning, and you got Kelly up there. Michael Busch, your short lead not running. Kelly bounces one foul past third. Now, I saved the best baseball history note for last. This date in 1982, the one and only Ernie Banks became the first Cub ever to have his number retired, number 14. And nobody will ever wear that one again in a Cub uniform. A swing and a miss, strike 3. Kelly is out number 2. This is a hard thrower. Jose Fermin. Before Ian Happ bats 10 for ID on the score in the Southwest Airlines Cubs radio network.
All the Cubs talk you can handle on the Spiegel and Holmes Show. Afternoons 2 to 6 on 670 The Score. WSCR Chicago, WBMX HD2 Chicago on Odyssey Sports Station.
With former Cub and All-Star Ron Coomer and Zach Zaidman. Pat Hughes in Anaheim, California. Cubs have a 2-1 lead. I'm following the game on my phone. The Giants and Brewers are tied 4-4 in the bottom of the 9th inning.
Wow.
And if I had a little element of surprise in my voice, because Trevor McGill was pitching in that 9th inning, he got the first 2 outs, so nobody on. I'm guessing somebody might have homered as I stepped in to start working again here in the inning. I have no idea how they scored their run. And Zach will have that momentarily. Happ checks his swing, and that's going to be a strike.
The Brewers tied it on a wild pitch by McGill. Luis Matos scored to even it up at 4.
Any dogs tearing at anybody's pants legs?
No reports.
Okay, thank goodness. Here's a pitch down low to Ian Happ.
The long-lost cousin of Chicken Wolf. See what's on tap here. Top tap. You know what I'm talking about. Here in the 6th inning, sponsored by Flight by Yingling. And they've topped the tap. Yeah. Next generation of light beer.
Just in case there was any doubt whether these are live broadcasts or not.
Oh, I prove it every night.
Yes,
I
think I'm right there with you.
Yeah, I never think this is no setup here.
2 down, a full count. Suzuki leads. He's going to be running. There he goes. Happ takes ball 4. Nobody has hit the ball in the inning against Fermin. He's walked 2 and struck out 2. And it brings up Pete Crow Armstrong. And Fermin probably working up. In fact, he is definitely working up a good sweat in just one inning with the 2 strikeouts and now the 2 walks.
Yeah, and Pete, he likes the ball down. See if he can get a 2-seamer from Fermin. Tell you, we had a little baseball history here tonight at the ballpark today. I got to have dinner with 2 Hall of Famers today. I went down right after Zach and I did the first segment. We were all kind of a little later because we spent a lot of time downstairs today. But you and the great John Lowe, the sports writer that went into the Hall of Fame together 2 years ago. We were all together at Cooperstown, all to support you and John also. And he's a great friend of both of ours. And he was here at the ballpark today here in Anaheim. So it's great to see him. And the 3 of us had dinner, and I could just sit there and listen to you two go back and forth telling baseball stories and just enjoy some dinner. It was a great, great night to have both of you sitting together here in Anaheim talking baseball.
I've never heard one person say anything bad about John Lowe.
No, you
and
can't.
I'm pretty sure I never will.
Yeah.
And I was so proud and happy to be inducted on the same day that he became the sports writer Hall of Famer 2 years ago, over 2 years ago. Hard to believe. Seems like it was last week. Fermin is going to leave. Manager Ray Montgomery filling in for the ill Ron Washington has made a pitching change. We'll identify him when we come back. Pitching changes are all a part of baseball, and we'll be back in a moment. Cubs 2, Angels 1 on the Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Hey, Chicago, this is Owen Casey. Pat and Ron call every game here on Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Oh, hey.
Hey, thanks for meeting me here. It's just, you're my only lawyer friend, and I need your professional opinion. Do you see that brand new Hyundai Tucson out there? That's all I paid for it.
Let me get back to you on that.
Deal's so right, it almost feels wrong. At the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Right now, for a limited time, you can lease the Hyundai Tucson for $239 a month or get $1,750 bonus cash. Offers end September 2nd. Call 224-661-0068 for details.
Welcome to Dugout Radio, the undisputed home of Boomtown Baseball.
The Wi-Fi is booming with Xfinity, baby. Our next caller is Stacy. How do you stay locked in on every pitch and play?
We stream it all live on Xfinity Internet with low lag, 99.99% network reliability, and speeds faster than a base runner beating the throw to home plate.
I stream on my TV, tablets, even my smart fridge. Smart fridge.
With all those games, we gotta refuel.
Stream live baseball with Wi-Fi built for the biggest moments. Xfinity. Restrictions apply. Actual speeds vary, not guaranteed.
Opponents' pitching changes are definitely a part of baseball, but they're also sponsored by Sloan, Pat, the official water efficiency partner of the Chicago Cubs and leader in smart water and commercial restroom solutions. Visit sloan.com, partner.
Well, the Brewers have just beaten the Giants in Milwaukee. A game-winning home run by William Contreras in the bottom of the 9th inning.
That'd be his second of the day, I think, right?
Might be. But at this moment, the Cubs 7.5 games behind the Brewers. Cubs on top 2-1, have 2 men on, 2 down. And a new left-hander in the game for the Angels. We'll identify him momentarily. Andrew Chafin.
Yep, ex-Cub. I don't think he's gotten a haircut since he pitched for the Cubs. He's got the long do going. At least the back he hasn't gotten cut. He's got a serious mullet working right now.
Pete Crow Armstrong takes a strike from Chafin.
He may make the all-mullet team of baseball history right now.
Boy, that is some high praise.
Yeah, it's something. Not quite sure what that something is, but it's something.
Swing and a miss by Pete. Pete Crow Armstrong is a Southern Californian. You know he's got some family and friends and relatives that are here watching him. You'd love to see him have a big weekend. Right now, he'd just like to drive in a run. 2 outs, 2 on. Cubs lead by a run. And he looks at a ball down low. He's seen 3 straight breaking balls.
Yeah.
Might see another one.
Yeah, Pete's got to start getting dialed in a little more towards left center field. And that'll get him seeing the ball a little bit longer and get him on some more of these pitches that he's been missing.
Swing and a miss, strike 3. Cubs don't score. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Cubs 2, Angels 1. This is the score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Talking Cubs Monday through Friday afternoons with Spiegel and Holmes, 2 to 6 on The Score.
Experience design you feel in every detail, and technology as innovative as it is effortless with Buick. These are luxuries you don't have to wait for. This is Buick now. Buick, exceptional by design. Well-qualified buyers get 0.9% APR financing on 2025 Buick models. Plus, current eligible non-GM owners and lessees get $3,000 purchase allowance on Encore GX, $1,000 purchase allowance on Envision, $250 purchase allowance on Envista, and $500 purchase allowance on Enclave. Must be a current owner of a 2011 model year or newer non-GM vehicle, or a current lessee of a 2020 model year or newer non-GM vehicle for at least 30 days prior to new vehicle sale. Length of contract limited. Some customers will not qualify. Not available with lease and some other offers. Take new retail delivery by 9/2/25.
Hi, it's Lou Manfredini for the Gilkey Window Company. I've been talking about these windows for 25 years. The Gilkey family has been making these windows for 45 years. They make, in my opinion, the best windows and doors you could put in your home. I put them in my home. You can do the same now during their summer special. Get $375 off each window, $1,000 off their really nice patio doors with no money down. Call 888-3-GILKEY. That's 888-3-GILKEY or visit Gilkey.com.
Hefty Trash Bags, the official trash bags of the Chicago Cubs. Hefty Ultra Strong Trash Bags resist rips, tears, and leaks. Strength that's anything but ordinary.
Hefty, hefty, hefty. The out-of-town scoreboard is sponsored by Club Citgo. Download the Club Citgo app now and instantly save 23 cents per gallon on your first fill-up. As Pat mentioned, William Contreras, a walk-off home run. Brewers edge the Giants 5-4.
Bottom of the 6th inning, Javier Assad still on the mound. Zach, first pitch fouled away by Bryce Teodosio. What else, Zach?
Other action, a whole bunch of finals on the board. The Blue Jays beat the Marlins 5-2. The Mets a 12-7 victory over the Braves. Juan Soto, a 2-run shot, is 32nd.
Swinging a foul back.
The Rays beat the Cardinals 10-6. Junior Caminero went deep, his 36th home run. It was the Tigers 7 and the Royals 5. Other action, the Red Sox shut out the Yankees 1-0. Connor Wong, an RBI double.
Assad working up a very good sweat on this warm night in Southern California. He's pitched very well. And the next delivery, low and outside for a ball.
Christian Walker with a 3-run home run, is 18th for Houston. The Astros beat the Orioles 10-7. The Nationals edge the Phillies 5-4. The Pirates a 9-0 drubbing of the Rockies.
And the 2-2, big chop to a charging third baseman, Shaw. Nice short hop pickup, running throw to get him at first. Another nice play by the young third baseman, Matt Shaw, Ron.
Yeah, excellent play. Good decision. As soon as this ball gets chopped down into the ground, Matt Shaw breaks in. And, you know, as he is continuing to play third base and getting more and more comfortable, the decision-making process is getting quicker, and he's making better decisions on what to go for, what to back off with. And it's getting more and more comfortable. And you're seeing his natural ability and athletic ability really shine at third base.
Assad, with one away in the 6th inning, has only made 57 pitches, and that's the main reason he is still in this game. He's been very economical.
Oh, you just think the last series, Cubs played 5 games in 4 days, and you know, you use the bullpen extensively. You'd love for Assad to go as deep as he could.
Zach Neto, the number 1 hitter, leadoff man, fouls it away. Cubs got their runs in the 1st and 3rd. Kyle Tucker homered in the 1st. Suzuki a sac fly in the 3rd. And now the 1-1. Check swing ground ball back to the mound. Assad runs halfway to first. Little shovel toss to Bush. Out number 2. Bush remaining in the game defensively at first after he pinch hit for Justin Turner. 2 down.
A good play by Assad is this little check swing off to the first base side of the mound. He makes the catch of this play and then just flips it to Michael.
I see some guys in the bullpen walking around out beyond the left field fence in the Cub bullpen, but nobody really throwing just yet. Assad pitching a very good ball game. A swing and a foul off to the left out of play. Nolan Shanuel has grounded out to first twice. Here comes the 0-1 from the Cub right-hander. Inside it hits him. Second batter plunked by Assad. Shanuel jogging down to first. He appears to be okay. Got him in the hip.
Yeah, little cutter inside that he just held on to too long.
Shanuel to be hit by Bull at first. Not much hitting by either team in this game as Mike Trout stands in. You'd rather face Trout with nobody on, but fate has dictated otherwise.
Yeah, only 5 hits in the ball game.
Trout has grounded out and lined out to second. And the pitch, he takes outside. It's 2-0. Now you got to be careful, Ron.
Yeah, you just got to make quality pitch. I would say for Assad, his best pitch is a 2-seamer. You run that 2-seamer away and make Trout do. If he does any damage, you got to do it to right center.
The set for the 2-0. In there for a strike. Surprised that Trout was not more aggressive on that pitch.
He was taking all the way, and Assad tried to go away with this pitch, and the 2-seamer came back to the middle of the plate. The pitch is right down the middle.
And the 2-1. Trout pokes it foul out of play. If he was taking all the way a minute ago, he did it on his own. I can't imagine any baseball manager or coach telling him to take in that spot.
No, he was taking all the way. Yeah, that was all on him.
2 outs, 2 on, or 2 outs, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 on at first. Cubs lead 2-1, 6th inning. Assad to Trout. And it's a low outside bender, ball 3. Traveling time for Shanuel at first. The scoreboard telling the fans to make noise.
Assad not able to hear what pitch Kelly is calling. Now he's got it.
There goes the runner. The pitch outside, ball 4. Now let's see what Craig Counsell wants to do. He's going to send Tommy Hotovy, the pitching coach, out to the mound. Tommy does not make the pitching changes. So Assad to face at least one more man, Taylor Ward. Ward is their big power man for the year. 92 RBIs, 29 long balls. So we've reached one of the big moments of the game right now.
Yeah, and I think with Thielbar warming up in the Cubs bullpen, I think that's where Moncada, who is on deck. I think, with all the the games and all the bullpen arms he had to use this past week, Counts is really trying to do his very best to get as much out of Assad in this game as he can, and he's pitched well. He's earned the right to stay in.
Runners take their leads, first and second. Cubs clinging to a 2-1 lead. First pitch in for a strike. Ward has flied to right and been robbed on a very good play by third baseman Matt Shaw. Right-hander to right-hander. The 0-1. Strike 2 call.
Back-to-back cutters, Pat, on the outside corner. Great pitches.
Cleanup hitter looking at the first two in a spot like this. Now the 0-2. Down low. Tried an off-speed pitch. Assad wants a new ball and gets one.
Boy, nice. Spun 3 pitches in a row going away from Ward. Do you run a fastball in off the plate inside and see if he'll chase it? You might jam him and get a little ground ball.
The 1-2. Strike 3 call. The cleanup hitter never took the bat off his shoulder in a spot where you'd say the game is on the line. Very surprising. 6 strong innings for Javier Assad. Nicely done. We go to inning number 7. Cubs 2, Angels 1 on the Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Cubs fans, Pete Crow Armstrong here. Pat and Ron call every game on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Here's a club you'll want to get into, Club Citgo. This super easy app that opens the door to great fuel savings and more. Sign up and instantly save 23 cents per gallon on your first fill-up. Download Club Citgo today. Savings could up to 30 gallons, only at participating locations. Data rates may apply.
Hey, baseball fans, now at Verizon, they are knocking it out of the park with low prices. Locked in for 3 years guaranteed on my plan. Get a single line for a low price of just $50 a month when you switch, and bring your phone on unlimited welcome with auto pay, plus taxes and fees. Only on the network you can count on. Slide into your local Chicago Verizon store today.
$20 monthly promo credits applied over 36 months with a new line on unlimited welcome. In times of congestion, unlimited 5G and 4G LTE may be temporarily slower than other traffic. Domestic data roaming at 2G speed. Price guarantee applies to then current base monthly rate. Additional terms and conditions apply.
Is your chimney clean? Gas fireplace service? Fireplace and Chimney Authority helps keep your home safe and ready for the season. We're your trusted local experts for all repairs and maintenance. Visit fireplaceandchimneyauthority.com.
At Wintrust, our approach lets Cubs fans show their pride anytime, anywhere. With the Cubs debit card from Wintrust Community Banks, you don't just swipe, you make a statement. It's like a megaphone for your wallet, broadcasting Cubs pride with every transaction. Visit wintrust.com/Cubs to choose an eligible account and score your Cubs debit card. That's wintrust.com/Cubs. Wintrust. Different approach, better results. Cubs debit card is not available at all Wintrust Community Banks charters. Member FDIC.
The clearance event is going on now at American Sale. Save up to 70% on pools, patio sets, and more. The clearance event, only at American Sale. Bring the fun home.
Top 7 Cubs 2, Angels 1. The 7th inning is sponsored by the new Volvo XC90, designed for life. Pat?
Okay, Zach, Robert Stevenson is the new right-handed pitcher for the Angels. Cubs with a precarious 2-1 lead. Let's see if they can break out and score a few in this series opener. First game of a 9-game road trip at a very important time of the year. Swanson first up. Dansby will take a strike.
Hardest working player of the game brought to you by Bosch Power Tools. The more you Bosch, the more you feel like the Bosch. That's got to be Javier Assad, right?
Absolutely.
6 innings, 1 run, 2 hits. He has pitched an excellent ball game for the Cubs.
Opposing pitching changes brought to you by Sloan, official water efficiency partner of the Cubs. Swanson checks his swing and fouls it back. Didn't mean to make contact. 0-2. That's Sloan, leader in smart water and commercial restroom solutions. Visit sloan.com. Here comes the 0-2. Dansby hits a high fly ball to left center. Pretty well hit. Backpedaling his Ward near the track. Makes the catch. Again, that's the deep alley. That's 390. Out to that part in left center. 396 to dead center. Down the lines, right around 330. The ball carries pretty well here.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you say?
Yeah, absolutely. I always thought, you know, they've made this part bigger in left field, which I'm kind of surprised having Mike Trout on your team. But I want to say they moved it back probably a good 10 to 15 feet in left center.
That is surprising, as you say it, and put it that way with one of the premier sluggers. Why make it more difficult for him?
Yeah, I don't understand it.
Swinging a fly ball to right center. Playable for Adele. The right fielder makes the catch. Shaw is out number 2. 7th inning. Cubs lead 2-1. The batter is Nico Horner.
And we're coming to you live all season long from the Invesco QQQ broadcast booth, proud ETF partner of the Chicago Cubs. And we need to come up with a catch of the game. I got some thoughts. How about Matty Shaw, Pat?
He's made some excellent plays over at the hot corner. And he takes strike 1.
Catch of the game is sponsored by Catch Des Moines. Discover a weekend getaway in Des Moines where only the S's are silent. Find all the fun at CatchDesMoines.com.
Nico Horner 1 for 3, takes outside. Now Nico, a guy that could steal a bag if he gets on right now. We got Kyle Tucker on deck. Warm night in L.A. The 1-1 popped up. Shallow right, drifting out more, coming in. Adele, the right fielder, makes the catch. And the Cubs go quietly in the top of the 7th inning. After 6.5, Cubs 3. Or rather, Cubs 2, Angels 1. This is the score on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Talking Cubs Monday through Friday afternoons with the Spiegel and Holmes Show, 2 to 6 on The Score.
As the official water efficiency partner of the Chicago Cubs, Sloan has greeted fans with sustainable restroom products at Wrigley Field for 111 years. And now Sloan is excited to introduce new innovation to Cubs fans throughout the concourse with its brand new bottle fillers to provide clean drinking water while reducing plastic waste throughout the friendly confines. Learn more at Sloan.com and go Cubs go!
Hey, it's David Hoffer, Chef IQ. You know the feeling when you're about to cut into a juicy steak and hope it tastes as perfect as it looks? That sounds delicious. Worry no more. The Chef IQ Sense is a wireless cooking thermometer that eliminates undercooking or overcooking your chicken, fish, or meat, whether on a stovetop, oven, or grill. The probe is inserted into your food, connected wirelessly to an app. Once you select your desired doneness, the app alerts you when to take the steaks off the grill or the turkey out of the oven. It's that simple. Order one now on ChefIQ.com. That's ChefIQ.com.
Breaking news coming in from Bet365, and it's no surprise. Same game parlay from Bet365 just keeps getting better.
Well, it's even easier to make a bet. Choose from the most popular markets like hits, run line, totals, and home runs. So many to choose from.
Download the app, start building your bet, and see why it's never ordinary at Bet365.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Illinois. T's and C's apply.
Surround yourself in color with Regal Select from Benjamin Moore. Rich, durable, and effortlessly beautiful. Find yours at your locally owned retailer. Visit BenjaminMoore.com today.
A reminder that all reviews in this game are sponsored by Northwestern Medicine. A second opinion is always a good idea. Get yours at Northwestern Medicine.
Andrew Kittredge, solidly built, 6'1" right-hander, weighs 230 pounds. Born in Spokane, Washington, a former Pacific Coast League town that both of us worked in on our way to the show. Kittredge in relief. The lead is a narrow 2-1 as we go to the bottom of the 7th inning. First pitch to Yoan Moncada is a strike. Moncada with a solo homer in the 5th. It's the only Angels tally.
39,872.
The 0-1. Check swing foul. Off to the left. 0-2. The next offering down low. Cubs pitching changes brought to you by James Hardy Building Products. Siding with the Cubs.
And our reason this game is sponsored by Northwestern Medicine. Second opinion's always a good idea. Get yours at Northwestern Medicine.
Chopper foul. Joe Adell on deck, and then Logan O'Hoppe. Big crowd. I think I heard 39,000.
Yeah, almost 40.
Deep drive to right. This is going to tie the ball game. Second homer of the night for Yohan Moncada. And just like that, the game is tied 2-2.
Yes, but well struck. This is a no doubt home run. Second fastball up in the zone. We kind of got to it.
The Cubs had led ever since a first inning home run by Kyle Tucker. And now the game is tied 2-2. Adell takes a strike. Moncada came into the game with 9 homers. He's gone deep twice. The 0-1 to Adell is inside. 1-1. Cubs offense simply has to go back to work. Down low, ball 2. Kittredge leans back in a set position and brings in a swing and a miss. 2-2 on Adell. Cubs will have the 2, 3, and 4 batters hitting in the 8th inning. Here comes the 2-2 to Adell. Low and outside.
Adell, another big, strong guy. Big time pop in his bat. This Angels club has a lot of guys that can go deep. He's got 28 bombs.
Swing and a miss, strike 3. Got him on a breaking ball, which seemed to really fool the hitter. Out number 1.
Well out in front of that pitch.
First out in the inning. Brought to you by Xfinity, where the Wi-Fi is booming. Logan O'Hoppe takes inside. O'Hoppe is nothing for 2. Struck out and bounced into a double play. The next pitch, there's a strike. 1-1. This can be a very loud ballpark.
Yeah, it really can. The thing about this park, for some reason, too, when you're on the field, you hear the noise big time, and you can't hear anybody around you talking or calling pitches. You can't hear anything.
I would think on pop flies that might be an issue.
Well, we saw it earlier with the collision between Tucker and Horner.
That's right. Swing and a miss. It's 2-2. What's on your mind here, Ron?
I'd go with that slider one more time, down and away.
Cubs 2, Angels 2. The bearded right-hander coming back just outside, 3-2.
Tried to fastball away and just missed the outside corner.
Here comes the payoff pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Might have chased ball 4. It looked like it dipped down below the zone. But O'Hoppe was swinging. And that's out number 2. And the batter now is Christian Moore.
Excellent slider. Down and away.
Totals are identical. 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors for each team. Moore will take a strike. Moore has fouled out to right and struck out. Both of those against Javier Assad, who will have no decision. but he pitched very well, kept the Cubs in the game. And they're still right in the game, tied at 2 in the 7th inning. Swinging strike 2. Fans making some noise here in Anaheim. The strike 2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So after the leadoff home run by Moncada, Kittredge comes back to strike out the next 3 men. It's a tie game as we go to the 8th inning. Cubs 2, Angels 2 on the score. And the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Hey, Cubs fans, it's Michael Bush. Listen to every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
From the warehouse to the work site, Fitzgerald Equipment keeps Illinois and Wisconsin businesses moving with forklifts, rentals, and expert service. Featuring Heli forklifts built to go the distance. Visit FitzgeraldEquipment.com. Trusted equipment powered by Heli. Fitzgerald Equipment. Material handling handled. Proud partner of Cubs Radio. Step up to the plate like a pro with the world's largest sports book at your fingertips. Circa Sports Illinois. It's sports betting the way it should be. With high app limits, low holds, exceptional customer service, and more. Whether you're betting with the home team or scouting the next big matchup, take your swing with the Circa Sports app. Start betting like a pro from anywhere, anytime in Illinois. Download your new bookie today at circasports.com. That's circasports.com. Join Great Lakes Credit Union's mission of banking for a greater good. As a nonprofit financial institution, Great Lakes Credit Union invests in local communities while offering the services of big banks. Learn more at glcu.org. Federally insured by NCUA Equal Housing Lender.
It started with one car 70 years ago when the first Volvo car arrived in the U.S. Since, Volvo has helped redefine safety. From the 3-point safety belt to side impact airbags, a whiplash protection system, and blind spot assist, innovations that have saved millions of lives and made summer memories safer for generations. Celebrate 70 years of safety. Visit your local retailer for the Summer Safely bonus event going on now.
Surround yourself in color with Regal Select from Benjamin Moore. Rich, durable, and effortlessly beautiful. Find yours at your locally owned retailer. Visit benjaminmoore.com today.
Top of the 8th inning here in Anaheim. Game tied at 2. This 8th inning is sponsored by Cars for Kids, 877 Cars for Kids. That's Cars to the K. To donate your car today, Patrick.
Brand new ball game, Ron, as we go to the late innings. Top of inning number 8, a new left-hander in the game, Reed Detmers. And he'll go to work on Kyle Tucker, Seiya Suzuki, and Michael Bush. Here we go, tie game. Swinging a foul off to the left by Tucker. Tucker with a first inning home run. Since then has struck out and flied to right. Right now he'd love to just get on base. 39,000 plus here tonight. Big crowd. Big chop slowly hit to first. Fielded by Sean Newell, and he makes the play unassisted, and that's out number 1. Tucker bounces out to first. Here's Seiya Suzuki. 39,872 in Anaheim on a warm, typically warm Southern California summer night.
Yeah, it was hot today, and when we got here, it was very warm here in the ballpark, but beautiful night now here in Southern California.
Ron, our hitters now thinking about trying to go deep with one swing?
Absolutely. You're saying you're looking for a ball you can handle and trying to hammer something out of the yard.
Suzuki drove in a run with a third inning sac fly. He takes a strike, 0-2. Sec Ron Coomer was the winner in the Benny's Beverage Depot attendance game. Ron guessed 37,200. The actual figure, 39,872. Curveball is low, 1-2.
It's a big win for me here in Southern California. Yep. Designated hitters for the Cubs, sponsored by Fireplace and Chimney Authority.
Until this minute, I never knew how seriously you took the game.
I'm booking now, burning later, and skipping the rush. That's all. How about that?
You're living right on the edge, it sounds like. Here comes the 2-2 on the way to Seiya. Fouled away, still 2-2. That combination of words reminds me of one of the commercials we read.
Yeah, that was it. Yeah.
Had a very familiar ring.
Yeah.
Now the 2-2 on the way. Check swing. It's strike 3. He tried to hold up, couldn't do it. Seiya said, hey, wait a minute, I didn't swing. The home plate umpire, Adrian Johnson, says, I already said you swung, so there will be no appeal. Craig Counsell is saying, why didn't you ask for help? If I'm reading his body language, why didn't he ask for help, Ron?
Yeah, no, I agree. I think Adrian Johnson saw a lot of body movement and made the call, but this is definitely a borderline call. This is not an absolute. Yeah, and I think Adrian Johnson, if he had it to do over again, would probably wish he would have asked for help, but he did not.
It's a strikeout. Suzuki is gone. Michael Busch batting. Lefty against lefty, and he'll take.
Oh, wow, look at that. He thought they asked for help, and he said no, he didn't swing.
Now, that's bizarre.
Right? The first base umpire said no, he didn't swing. So here's what happened. I'll tell you exactly what happened.
Wow.
Adrian Johnson points, and the first base umpire thinks he's pointing at him. He is not. He's pointing at the hitter, Suzuki, and it's strike 3. And then the first base umpire goes, no, he didn't swing.
Good catch, Ron. That's exactly what happened.
Yeah. Oof.
Strange. 3-0 on Busch. Let's see if he gets something to hammer on 3-0. Tie game, 8th inning, 2 down. Busch will take a strike. Yeah, that's a good pickup by you.
That's exactly what happened. And Quinn Walcott, I'm sure, is.
I may have seen that before, but I don't remember it.
I don't know if I've ever seen that before.
Chopper foul. And the count 3-2.
I've been in pro baseball now, I think, 38 years. I don't think I've ever seen that. Right? Adrian Johnson pointed at the hitter, and Quinn Walcott thought he pointed at him, and he said, safe, no swing. And home plate umpire bangs him out on a swing.
Line drive, base hit to left center. Over to pick it up is Teodosio. It's a 2-out single for Busch. And the batter is Carson Kelly. Now, Busch is not a big base stealer. He does run pretty well. But against the left-hander, you wonder if the Cubs would risk a steal attempt.
I would think probably not, unless the Cubs have something, that will help with Detmers on the mound.
Kelly without a hit in 3 at-bats. Carson takes high for ball 1. Big hole on the right side. The second baseman Moore almost directly behind the bag. And with Shanuel, the first baseman, holding the runner, there's a 90-foot gap on the right side of the infield. The 1-0. Kelly takes inside. 2-0. Still thinking how strange that play was that we saw earlier in the inning.
You'll see that one over and over and over now.
There's a strike to Kelly. Third baseman Moncada guarding the line at third, deep behind the bag. Busch trying to get a good lead at first. Tie game. And the pitch. Kelly pokes it foul back to the screen. Reed Detmers. Detmers in 54 games. 4.2 ERA. Kelly trying to lash out some kind of an extra base knock. Plenty of Cub fans here tonight. And the 2-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Breaking ball got him. Cubs don't score. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Cubs 2, Angels 2. This is The Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Join us for great Cubs guests, middays 10 a.m. to 2. It's Rahimi and Harris on 670 The Score.
Stop searching for plumbers near me and call Plumbers 911 to get connected with licensed plumbers that best match your plumbing needs. Whether it's a burst pipe, prevention, installation, or repair, they do it right the first time. Call 1-833-PLUM-911 or visit plumbers911.com.
Welcome to Dugout Radio, the undisputed home of Boomtown Baseball.
The Wi-Fi is booming with Xfinity, baby. Our next caller is
Stacy. How do you stay locked in on every pitch and play?
We stream it all live on Xfinity Internet with low lag, 99.99% network reliability, and speeds faster than a base runner beating the throw to home plate.
I stream on my TV, tablets, even my smart fridge.
Smart fridge.
With all those games, we gotta refuel.
Stream live baseball with Wi-Fi built for the biggest moments. Xfinity. Restrictions apply. Actual speeds vary, not guaranteed.
Where do the Cubs shop to celebrate a big win? Binny's Beverage Depot. Binny's is the official champagne provider of the Chicago Cubs. If you can't find it at Binny's, it's probably not worth drinking.
Oh, hey.
Hey, thanks for meeting me here. It's just, you're my only lawyer friend, and I need your professional opinion. Do you see that brand new Hyundai Tucson out there? That's all I paid for it.
Let me get back to you on that. Deal's so right, it almost feels wrong. At the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Right now, for a limited time, you can lease the Hyundai Tucson for $239 a month or get $1,750 bonus cash. Offers end September 2nd. Call 224-661-0068 for details.
BC Bank, building business, growing wealth since 1868. Proud to be the official bank of the Fighting Illini. Member FDIC.
Stream every out-of-market game live or on demand, plus stream MLB Network 24/7 for the entire season. Blackout and other restrictions apply. Visit MLB.tv for details.
Quality start tonight by starter Javier Assad. He will have a no decision. Quality starts by Cubs pitchers. Sponsored by Benjamin Moore. Start your next project with quality paints from Benjamin Moore, official paint of the Chicago Cubs. Brad Keller doing the pitching. Bryce Teodosio will swing and miss, 0-1. Teodosio hit by a pitch and bounced out, 0-1. The next offering bounced wide of third. Diving stop by Shaw. Gets up and throws him out. He has made 3 or 4 excellent plays at third, and this one here, Ron, might be the best of the bunch.
Yeah, excellent play. Gets great jump on this ground ball, hitting the hole. And Matty's showing his range and then getting up and throwing a bullet across the diamond. Third play of the ball game. That's a highlight reel play.
One down, bottom of the 8th inning. Game tied at 2. Crowd making a lot of noise here at Angel Stadium. Zach Neto, the batter. And he takes outside from Keller. Keller's done a very nice job for the Cubs. Swinging a foul at the plate. Keller's been in 53 games.
Yeah.
2.41 ERA. He has held leads. He has maintained tie ball games. He's in a very big spot right here. A ball and a strike. And the pitch to Neto. Inside, it's 2-1. The Angels have been around since 1961. They have won the World Series. Swinging a pop-up foul. Over near the stands is Bush. He might have a play. He does, and makes the catch. Reaching over the railing at the Cubs' first base dugout. And that is out number 2.
Nice play by Michael Bush as he leans into the Cubs dugout. And not a lot of help from the Cubs dugout. Bush is saying, come on, boys. Here we go.
Stay alive.
Big league ball game. I know it's late in the Central Time, but come on.
Shanuel takes a strike. Tie game, 8th inning, 2 down. And the 0-1. Down low. There is that body clock adjustment.
Yeah, I've noticed. Yep.
Now the 1-1. Outside for a ball. Looking to the Cubs' ninth inning, they're going to have Happ, Crow Armstrong, and Swanson. 3 guys with power. Strike call, a bullseye on the outside corner. 2-2.
And I think the Cubs are going to have to face the old closer for the Los Angeles Dodgers, Kenley Jansen. He's warming up in the bullpen.
And now the 2-2 from Kelvin. Bounce past the mound, but Swanson behind second gloves it. Throws to first to get him. 1, 2, 3 for Brad Keller. Nicely done. It's on to inning number 9. Cubs 2, Angels 2 on the score on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Hey, Cubs fans, it's Kyle Tucker. Listen to every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Joel Got Wines is a true all-American classic and the go-to wine for America's favorite pastime. Since 1996, Joel has selected the best vineyards in California to craft balanced, approachable, and food-friendly wines. Whether it's a classic Chicago dog or Italian beef sandwich, Joel Gott is the perfect pairing for any ballpark staple, whether you're watching at Wrigley or at home. Look for Joel Gott Wines in the wine aisle at your local retailer. Joel Gott Wines, official wine partner of the Chicago Cubs.
James Hardy Building Products knows how important your home is. That's why they're rated the #1 brand of siding in North America. Trusted by homeowners on over 10 million homes from coast to coast, they can give your home a beautiful design without compromising on durability and protection. They also know how important it is to support your hometown and root for the home team. That's why James Hardy is proud to sponsor the Cubs. James Hardy Building Products, siding with the Cubs.
When I got sick, I spent years looking for answers, but it only took one conversation with my team at Northwestern Medicine to correct my misdiagnosis. I'm Daniel. When Parkinson's changed my life, so did my Spanish-speaking care team.
The Northwestern Medicine Parkinson's Disease and Movement Disorders Center offers specialized, culturally sensitive care. Their Spanish-speaking team was the first to provide Daniel with innovative treatment in the language he preferred. Northwestern Medicine. Better.
Hey, Cubs fans, make history with your business in the Village of Bedford Park. To learn more, contact Adam Colopy at ACOLLOPY@villageofbedfordpark.com.
Getting set for the top of the 9th here in California. It's the Cubs 2 and the Angels 2. The 9th inning is brought to you by Bosch Power Tools. The more you Bosch, the more you feel like a Bosch. Pat?
Kenley Jansen has quietly done a very good job this year for the Angels. Longtime closer for the Dodgers. Now on the other side of Southern California. For one thing, Rod, this is not a save situation here, but he's 23 out of 24 in saving games. Not bad.
No, not at all. That's all you really need to know. When your closer comes in the game with a save on the line and he converts, that's the end of the day. That's what you're looking for, and that's what he's done.
His ERA right at 3. Big man. Kenley goes about 6'5". I would put him in the 260-pound category.
Yeah, he's big human. There's no doubt about that.
9th inning tie game. Let's see if Ian Happ can get something started. Jansen delivers. Ian swings and misses at a breaking ball.
6'5", 265.
Yeah. Happ has fouled out, fly to the warning track. In fact, he was robbed of a home run in the 4th inning, and he's walked. He hits a high pop fly right side. Shallow right is Moore, the second baseman, and that's out number 1.
Now, Ian got a pitch to hit. The thing you're going to see from Jansen's a lot of cutters. You're going to see cutter after cutter, and Ian got one in the middle of the plate, just pulled the trigger and got underneath it, hit it straight up.
Here is Pete Crow Armstrong.
This should be a good quality at bat for Pete. If he can get strikes from Jansen, he should be able to do some damage against Jansen.
First pitch low and inside. Why do you say that, Ron?
I just think it's a good matchup. Jansen likes to come in, He likes to throw that cutter that starts in the strike zone and just goes inside. Pete handles the ball inside right now better than any other pitch.
The 1-0 is fouled away. Pete's had a struggling night, struck out twice and grounded out to second.
That last pitch was a good pitch to hit. It was the bottom of the zone. Got a lot of the strike zone. Pete just fouled it off.
Jansen has given up 7 homers this season. And the pitch swung on, hit in the air, deep right field. It's got a chance. Gone. Pete Crow Armstrong with a homer here in the top of the 9th inning. And the Cubs lead 3-2.
Big swing of the bat for the Cubs and for Pete Crow Armstrong. He gets that cutter down and in. And he didn't miss it. He hit a rocket into the bleachers in right field.
Again, he's a native of Southern California, Pete Crow Armstrong. Undoubtedly, a lot of his family and friends are part of the noise that you hear in the background.
Oh, yeah.
Cubs lead 3-2. Number 28 for Pete. And one of his most timely, I would say.
Absolutely.
Chopper foul by Dansby Swanson. Now let's see if the Cubs can go about the business of an insurance run. Never a bad idea out on the West Coast. 396 feet. Kind of a majestic home run by Pete. Towering drive. Gone by plenty. Now the 0-1 to Dansby. Fouled away. Home runs by Cubs batters. Another hefty home run. I may have added a hefty in there.
That's it. Well worth it today.
Official trash bag of the Chicago Cubs. Hefty. Strength that's anything but ordinary. 81st run batted in for PCA. Here comes the 0-2. Wrapped on the ground to short to his left. Gloving is Neto and throwing to first in time. And that's out number 2, but a run is in on the home run, and the batter is Shaw.
RBIs by Cubs batters, sponsored by Old National Bank, where relationships and results matter. Get old. And a good sign for the Cubs tonight, no matter how this game turns out. Tucker, a home run, and a line drive bullet to right. Pete Crow Armstrong, a home run. That is a good sign for the Cubs and the Cubs offense, and a resurgence here in this last month coming up.
Here comes the 1-0 from Kenley Jansen to Matt Shaw. He swings and misses. He was trying to duplicate Pete's home run of a moment ago.
Now, for right-handed hitters against Jansen, you're almost better off just conceding the pull side of the field and really just trying to use the other side of the diamond and use right center.
And the 1-1. Just outside. Jansen goes through a whole little ritual of movements before he comes set. He always works out of the stretch. He kind of leans forward, then twists the upper body a time or two, and then slowly comes set and fires. Here's the ball hit toward right center on the run. Teodosio, and he will make the catch. He almost collided with the right fielder, Adele. That ends the inning. But Pete Crow Armstrong has given the Cubs a chance to win this ball game with a home run here in the 9th inning. We go to the bottom half. Fasten those seatbelts. Cubs 3, Angels 2 on The Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Listen to every Cubs game right here on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Hey, Coom here. Labor Day in the Midwest means one thing. One last trip to the lake house before summer officially calls it a season. The grill is hot, coolers are packed, and if you're like me, you're bringing some Yuengling along for the ride. Whether it's traditional lager, light lager, or flight, Yuengling has a beer for every taste. Great beer, great company, and a little lake time. That's a winning combo in my book. Yuengling, official beer of the Cubs Radio Network, DG Yuengling & Son, Pottsville, PA.
Oh, this Bosch miter saw really is smooth.
Feeling smooth.
Who said that?
It's your inner Bosch, baby. I'm that scoobity-bebop smooth feeling you get when you make smooth cuts with that moobity-mibbity-mibbity-mubbity miter saw.
So I'll just keep ski-bop sawing then? Now you're getting it.
Beep-bop, beat-up, miter saw is my favorite.
The more you Bosch, the more you feel like a
Bosch.
Uh-oh, you spot a work zone up ahead. It's already running late. Hey, is that extra minute really worth risking your safety? Decision time. Will you push your luck and speed through? Or you mind the signs, avoid the fines? Yeah, that's what I thought. Slow down and pass through cautiously. Hard hats off to you, sir. Level pass. While the next work zone is loading, head to itsnotagameillinois.com/arcade to play.
Fans know a steal when they see one, like tuxedos and suits from Suits 2020 at Niles. Why rent when you can own one for about the same price? Schedule your free fitting at suits2020.com.
Let's pause 10 seconds for stations to identify themselves on the score in the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Take the Cubs with you in the Chicagoland area on the free Odyssey app. We are the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network, WSCR Chicago, WBMX HD2 Chicago, and Odyssey Sports Station.
Bottom 9, it's the Cubs 3, Angels 2. This copyrighted broadcast is presented by authority of the Chicago Cubs and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Chicago Cubs. Pat?
Daniel Palencia with a save on the line. Time called. I think a baseball got loose way out in center field. Pete Armstrong tosses it out of play.
Pete's saying, hold on, boys. Wait, let me get into the field of play. He was on the warning track, and they were about ready to throw.
Pitching changes by the Cubs, sponsored by James Hardy Building Products, siding with the Cubs. Mike Trout steps in against Daniel Palencia. Power against power. First pitch is high. This is the kind of matchup, Ron, where you know you're watching big league baseball.
Yeah, there's no doubt about that.
Trout 0 for 2 with a walk. The pitch. It's down low. 2-0.
Tough plays of the game. Sponsored by Loyola Medicine. Loyola Medicine defines tough. Matt Shaw, 3 of them today. So he'll be our tough plays of the game. The plays he's made.
2-0 on Trout. Valencia ready to bring it. Here it comes. Check swing, foul back. Looked like that pitch was in the zone. It's now 2-1. Trout confirming that with the home plate umpire, Adrian Johnson. It does, as we repeat, get very loud in this yard. Always has. The pitch. Oh, strike 2. What's on your mind on 2-2?
Well, I like the high fastball. I think if you could throw that fastball up and away and make Trout hit the ball the other way, if he's going to put it in play.
Cubs with a precarious 3-2 lead in the 9th inning. Trout leading off the Angel 9th. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. A high fastball gets him out, number 1. Something tells me Palencia will remember that particular at-bat for a long time.
Yeah,
Ron.
one of the elite players in the game for a very long time, and he just threw that 100-mile-an-hour heater past Trout up and away. Excellent pitch.
Taylor Ward steps in. Ward is 0 for 3. Bouncing ball to short. Swanson's got it. Throw to first. Gets him. 2 down. The home run by PCA in the top. Another hefty home run. Official trash bag of the Chicago Cubs. Hefty. Strength that's anything but ordinary. And the RBI. Sponsored by Old National Bank, where relationships and results matter. Get old. Yohan Moncada has already homered twice as he faces Palencia. Angels down to their last out. And the pitch. There's a strike. Palencia looks calm, Ron, and that's a good sign.
Yeah, absolutely. He's throwing strikes.
You can hear the Cub fans standing and making noise. The 0-1 from Palencia. Strike two called. What do you like here?
I like his fastball. I always do. You got to love his heater. Got to go with it. Stolen bases tonight, powered by Atturo Tire, Chicago's hometown tire. Find a dealer at Atturo.com. One more fastball, top of the zone.
The 0-2, a little bit low and away.
Wow.
Bush guarding the line deep at first, rather.
How about that backdoor slider just missed down and away?
It looked like Adrian Johnson, the umpire, was ready to ring it up, but he decided not to.
Yeah, that was close.
Moncada batting left-handed. The 1-2 from Palencia. Here it comes. Swing and a miss, and the Cubs win the ball game. Palencia strikes out Moncada. He works a 1-2-3 ninth inning. He also struck out Mike Trout. A very impressive save for Palencia. A game-winning ninth inning home run for Pete Crow Armstrong. Overall, Ron, a very satisfying victory for this Cubs ball club.
Yeah, there's no doubt. You win 3 of 5 in that last series. You win the series in Pittsburgh, and now the Cubs come out here to Anaheim and play a tough ball game, but a big emotional swing in the bat for Pete Crow Armstrong, because this is his hometown, and you get a game winner in the ninth. And the same thing for Tucker. He hits one in the first at bat, so some really good things happening for the Cubs tonight in this ballgame.
The toast of the game is brought to you by Benny's Beverage Depot, and it's sponsored, as we said, by the good people at Benny's Beverage Depot. But Ron, it's your assignment, and there are some candidates.
Wow, there definitely are. You give it to Pete for the game-winning home run. Why don't we do that? Game-winning home run, your hometown, ninth inning. You've been struggling a little bit, and you crunch one to win a game. How about Pete Crow Armstrong as our Benny's toast of the game ball player?
Very good choice. And a big win for the Cubs as they get to 19 games above 500 as they beat the Angels here in the opener of the series and the road trip. We'll be back with the totals right after this. The final, the Chicago Cubs 3 and the Los Angeles Angels